What's happening? What's happening with it? What it do? What it do? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. What's up with everybody? When y'all come in the building, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you hit the like button as you come in the building, because we gonna cook today for sure. And let me know if my connection is all right. Let me know if my connection working all right. And John Kramer in the building. What's happening with it? Buddy Love in the building. James in the building. Chef Oyad. What's happening with it? Kevin Wells in the building. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah. Charles Grant said, "What name is the song on your video?" That's my family, man. That's my family shit. That's Pressure Corner. Flawless Mentality. What's happening with it? The OG Mark Stearns in the building. What's happening with it, OG? Yeah. Like I said, y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. We got a lot to cook on today. We definitely got a lot to cook on today. And like I said, let me know if my connection is acting right. Let me know if my connection is acting right, because I don't know what it is. I think something is wrong with my Wi-Fi port. With my Wi-Fi on my laptop. I got to get a new laptop. Okay. Bet. For sure, James. I'm going to cut the camera off. So what it is my laptop, and I got a good ass laptop too. When my house burned down, where it was my laptop, I was able to, you know what I'm saying, it didn't burn up, but it fucked up. It's messed up. So, and now I guess, you know, like the stuff from the smoke is seeking in, and I guess it's messing up my Wi-Fi. It's messing up like the Wi-Fi ports. So I'm gonna have to get a new laptop. That's why I'm lagging. Yeah, so basically what it does is not keeping up with my with the cam, because the Wi-Fi is showing me that the Wi-Fi is low. So you can hear me, you know what I'm saying? You can hear me fine, but it's not keeping up with my voice. So it is what it is, you know. I just do it with the camera off. But Dwayne Mack, what's happening with it? James, what it do? My man Charles Grant said that song fire, just trying to find it. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to find it though. It ain't, you know, you ain't gonna be able to find it. Dominique, what's happening with it? What it do? What's happening with it? It's you know, it's a part of a mixtape. It's old, hella old. My man, Dominic says Spence resume. What about Spence resume? What about Spence resume? Spence got a hell of a resume. You feel me? Spence got a hell of a resume. We all know that. Al Williams, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, Spence resume is top notch. All Mike, what's happening with it? What's good? And like I said, y'all smash the like button as you come in the building. Smash on the like button as you come in the building. We got a lot to talk about today. Canelo Alvarez has spoken. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boy Canelo, he spoken. We're going to talk about him and what he got to say. We also going to talk about how well BLK Prime is promoting Terence Crawford in his fight against David I've been sneezing. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to cook today. This weekend, I didn't see no fights this weekend. I heard Johnny Q was happening with it. Jamaican Shalice was good with it. This weekend, I didn't watch no boxing at all. I didn't see no boxing this weekend. I heard that Jaime Munguia fought, and that's the reason I didn't watch no boxing, because when I went to look to see who he was going to fight, he was fighting a motherfucking bomb. And I know a lot of people like to say, oh, well, don't call no fighter a bomb. Okay, well, he was fighting the lower echelon of competition. He's fighting the bottom of the barrel of competition. How about that? For the ones who say don't ever call no fighters bombs, okay, cool. He was fighting the bottom of the barrel of competition like he always do. So, no, I didn't want to see that shit. I don't even know what happened in the fight. If somebody, I could go to BoxRec and look it up. If somebody could update me, I know Jaime Munguia, he had to get the W because, like I said, he was fighting at the bottom of the barrel competition. But as far as what happened in the fight, I don't know. DJ Black Charm Music says, I know one thing, Bud fans should be making promo material for him. Right, and we're going to get into all of that. Brandon House, what's happening with it? Salute. Big Block, what it do? My man Johnny Q in the building. Pull Counter Boxing in the building, what it do? Yes, sir. And I seen you over there cooking up last night, Pull Counter. Pull Counter be cooking up too. Y'all make sure that y'all go over there and show him some love and sub to his channel if y'all ain't sub. Seattle Boxing Talk, what it do? Yeah. But TX Bulldog Boxing, what's happening with it? But yeah, so let me see what happened in that motherfucking Jaime Munguia fight this weekend. Let's see what happened. Luke the Don, what's happening with it? Let's see what happened in that Jaime Munguia fight. Because like I said, I didn't watch the shit, so I didn't even know he was fighting until Nick J. She said, I heard her talking about he was fighting. Oh, no, she came on here and told me he was fighting. I wasn't about to watch that bullshit. Jaime Munguia. Let's see who he fighting. Let me see. Let's see who he fought this weekend. Gonzalo Gaston Correa. Who is that? Gonzalo Gaston Correa. Dude was 21 wins, 5 losses, and Jaime Munguia knocked him out. But I thought Oscar De La Hoya always says that he's been about the best competition, fighting the best competition forever. He certainly ain't upholding that shit with Jaime Munguia. He certainly didn't uphold that shit with Zurdo Ramirez. Well, I ain't gonna put the Zurdo Ramirez shit on him because Zurdo was with Top Rank for a while, a long time before he got with Golden Boy. But he sure ain't been doing it with Jaime Munguia. Hell no. Aisha, what's going on with the Queen? Salute. Mr. Aggressive Eastside, what's happening with it? Yeah, so y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. Smash on the like button as you come in the building. What we got coming up? I think we got, oh, yeah. Let's talk about my man, right? And y'all hit the like button once again, like I said. Let's talk about my dude, Regis Prograis and Zepeda. They got a fight coming up this weekend. That shit finna be fire. Regis Prograis and Zepeda is gonna be fire. My man Regis Prograis, he had to wait a long time before he got his shot again. You know what I'm saying? He had to wait a long time before he got another shot at the title. And he here, he back. And he said he finna stop Zepeda. He saying that he finna stop Zepeda, and he going straight after Josh Kelly in the rematch. If Josh Kelly can beat what's that dude name that Josh Kelly he won, but he really lost. What's the dude? Jack Catterall. He said he want a Josh Kelly rematch. He want to run it back with Josh Kelly, right? Once he stops Zepeda. That shit finna be fire. I can't wait till that fight this weekend because, you know, I fuck with Regis Prograis heavy. Regis is a monster. Yeah, my bad. Did I say Josh Kelly? You know, I meant Josh Taylor. My bad. Yeah, I think the reason I say Josh Kelly because he fighting this weekend, I believe. I think Josh Kelly fighting this weekend. But anyway, Mr. Aggressive, you don't know who Josh Kelly is, dog? Josh Kelly is he a fighter in the UK. He fighting this weekend. But I meant to say Josh Taylor. Yeah. But Regis, he want to run back. He want that run back with Josh Taylor for sure. If Josh Taylor can get past Jack Catterall. So yeah, Regis and Zepeda. Who y'all got? Regis Prograis. Let me see in the chat. Who y'all got? Regis or you got Zepeda? Put a 1 for Regis, put a 2 for Zepeda. Put a 1 for Regis and a 2 for Zepeda. And for those who came in the building, you know what I'm saying, smash the like button. Let's see what we got. We got my man Justin24 at yahoo.com. He says he got Regis. Gertz got Regis. Aisha got Regis. Al got Regis. Jamaican, he got Regis. Big Texas, he got Regis. Dwayne Mack got Regis. Johnny Q got Regis. Jay Wash got Regis. Justin Cooper say, I know who Kelly is. Let me see. Manny got Regis. Big Block got Regis. Mark Shue got Regis. Kevin Wells got Regis. Odie, he got 1 within 10. Oh, he got Regis within 10. Okay. You got Regis for the stop it inside of 10. What's happening with it? Crush? What it do? Ben Davis, he got Regis. Look like everybody got Regis. Pool Counter got Regis. And y'all hit the like button once again as you come in the building. Everybody going with Regis this weekend. Dante Erling got Regis. That's crazy. I didn't think everybody was going to go with Regis. Like I said, I for sure got Regis, but Zepeda could fight. You dig? Zepeda definitely can fight. Zepeda is 35 wins, 2 losses, and with 27 KOs. So he got power. You know what I'm saying? He got crack, and he can fight. He lost to Jose Ramirez. I thought that he beat Jose Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? I thought he beat Jose Ramirez. And then he got stopped by Terry Flanagan back in 2015. Now, I didn't see that fight. I don't know what happened in that fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened in that fight. Zepeda suffered a dislocation. Oh, okay. That makes sense. He didn't get stopped by Terry Flanagan. It says that he suffered a dislocated shoulder, right? And he couldn't come out to finish the second round. So that's why he lost. So we can't even really chalk that up as a loss for Zepeda. We can't really chalk that because if you know both of these fighters, yeah, Terry Flanagan, he can't beat Zepeda. So Zepeda only got 1 L on his record, and that was to Jose Ramirez. That was to Jose Ramirez, and truthfully, I thought that Zepeda won that fight against Jose Ramirez. So Zepeda is pretty much, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of people's eyes, he ain't never lost no fight. In a lot of people's eyes, Zepeda is undefeated. And we know Regis, the only L that he took was against Josh Taylor. So this is a hell of a fight. So I'm surprised that everybody is unanimously picking Regis Prograis just to go in there and beat Zepeda like that. Because Zepeda can box and he got crack. I'm picking him. But I didn't think that everybody was going to go with him like that. Sheena, what's going on with it, Queen? She said, like number 71. That means that y'all need to get the likes up. If Sheena is like number 71, that means that y'all need to get the likes up. Hit the like button. What Blue Blood say? Come on, people, what are we doing here? Stop moonlighting and hit my like button. Kirk McCall says Regis probably stop him. Zepeda there to be hit. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Regis stopped him. I got Regis winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm going with a stoppage or not. But for sure, I got Regis winning. But I think it's going to be a tough fight. I don't see the vibe I'm getting from everybody in here is y'all looking for Regis just to go through and just wash Zepeda like he ain't shit. I don't see the fight looking like that. I think it's going to be a tough fight. You know, and if Regis don't get him up out of there, I think the fight is going to be close. Even if Regis do get him up out of there, I think the fight is going to be pretty close. I don't see, you know what I'm saying? I don't see Regis going in there and just washing Zepeda like that. And if Regis do go in there and wash Zepeda like that, to me, him and Josh Taylor got to have that run back, because then you got to look at Regis and say that he's the top dog at 140. I know everybody in here picked Regis to just wash him. I don't see it like that. I see it as a close fight that Regis wins. But if Regis is able to go and just wash Zepeda like that, that's going to be making a real, real big statement. And to me, that's going to put Regis as the number one at 140 pounds, right under Josh Taylor. Well, it's kind of hard to say because Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall, they got to run it back. You know what I'm saying? They got to run it back because that fight was that close. A lot of people said that Josh Taylor lost that fight. Knockout, what's happening with it? Salute. I see you in the building. R. Stokes, what's happening with it? Money, what it do? My brother Money Brown in the building. So, Teach said, I don't think Regis take it to the cards. Zepeda can win if that happens, and Zepeda has good power. Looking at what he did to Jose, he says maybe a bad example since he's chinny. Laugh out loud. Josue, I think you meant Josue Vargas. That's who you're talking about. Shay Jackson, appreciate you. Odie says, my man Odie says Zepeda is as good as they come at 140, but still have Regis winning. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was surprised that everybody in the building just picked Regis unanimously, like Regis is just going, run through him. You feel me? But we gonna see. Gonna be a hell of a fight. I don't know. I gotta see who else is fighting this weekend. I think is Dillian White fighting this weekend. If he is, I don't give a damn. Anyway, let me see. Let me pull up boxing schedule for this weekend. Because like I said, to me, we didn't have no boxing this past weekend at all. That bullshit that they had didn't count for me. Let me see. We got Zach Parker versus John Ryder. They fighting too. That's going to be a good fight. That's a good fight right there. Zach Parker versus John Ryder. They fighting in the O2 Arena over there in London. You got Dillian White versus Jermaine Franklin. Like I said, I don't give a damn about nothing that Dillian White do. Let me see. So that's the main fights that they showing. I know it's some other names that's fighting. They didn't pull up for me. But Zach Parker versus John Ryder, that's a solid fight too. That's a solid fight. And to me, that's a 50-50 fight. That's a 50-50 fight. I'm looking forward to hearing knockouts breakdown of that fight, Zach Parker versus John Ryder. Because I know knockout, I know he's going to get on top of that one and break that fight down. So I'm looking forward to that one. T say, are you asking me who I picked in the Regis Zepeda? I got Regis winning that fight. For sure. Let me see. Knockout says Zepeda facing battery charges, just got in a wreck on Monday and missed the media workout. Something tells me his head ain't in the game. Damn, I didn't know all of that. Damn, Knockout came through and dropped a bombshell. See, I wasn't keeping up with it like that. I didn't know that. Damn. He facing battery charges, got in a wreck on Monday and missed the media workout. Shit, now we got to hope that the fight still happen. Real talk. We got to hope that the fight still happen. And if this fight don't happen, like I can't explain to y'all how bad I'm going to feel for Regis. If this fight don't happen, I can't explain to y'all how bad I'm going to feel for Regis, because this shit is going to be horrible on Regis. Y'all know how long he been waiting and calling everybody out and trying to get his title shot, and how long they made him wait? Shit crazy. Man, I hope that the fight go through. I sure hope that this dude don't pull out the fight, because he got all this shit going on. Like I said, I had no idea. I'm learning about this right now. And salute, Knockout. You know what I'm saying? So, shit. Let me see. 21, 22. Yeah, Regis, he fought Josh Taylor over 3 years ago. So just to get another shot, he didn't have to wait over 3 years to get another shot. Samuel Washington said, I just said that. Okay. T say, what network? They fighting on ESPN. Man, my man Money say he saw that and he said that the fight not happening. Hey, I'm telling y'all. Damn, Samuel Washington said they came to arrest him in training camp. In training camp, they came to get his ass. Damn. That don't sound like Zepeda to me. That shit sound like Omar. That sound like Omar Figueroa and his brother. That shit sound like Omar and his brother. The fuck Regis got going on? Damn. Jaron Davis, what's happening with it? Sylvester 2011 says, damn, PBC in trouble. Why is PBC in trouble? Regis nor Zepeda fight for PBC. So why is PBC in trouble? What the fuck PBC got to do with Zepeda getting in the wreck and getting arrested? What the fuck that shit got to do with PBC? Now one of them fight for PBC. Jaron Davis said, I'm wondering who asked Zepeda's whooped. Yeah, Warriors Boxing LLC. What's happening with it? What it do? Man, that shit crazy, man. That shit's wild. Wow. What KQKC say? Wow. Money said he at the press conference. Okay, but they said he missed the if he at the press conference, that's a good sign. Just hope his ass don't pull out. Loyal to the game, my man Kwame East in the building. What's happening with it? What it do? Yeah, so y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on the like button as you come in. Smash the like button as you come in. But yeah, so that's some news, man. That's some news right there. And then this Zack Ryder and Zach Parker fight, right? The Zack Ryder and Zach Parker fight. Hey, it's real important for this fight because I'm gonna let y'all know one of these motherfuckers finna be Canelo Alvarez's next opponent. It's go whoever win this next fight between Zach Parker and the fuck his name is Zach Parker and I don't know. I forgot his goddamn name. I forgot his name. I just said it and forgot it. Zach Parker and goddamn somebody help me out. Hold on. Somebody help me out. John Ryder, yeah. John Ryder, right? Zach Parker and John Ryder. This fight got a lot of validity to it because whoever wins this fight is the fighter y'all gonna see in the ring with Canelo Alvarez next. And we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. We definitely gonna cook on that. Matter of fact, we might as well cook on Canelo right now. You know what I'm saying? We might as well go ahead and cook on this shit right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat. Because Canelo has spoken and he got a whole lot to say. Canelo has spoken, he got a whole lot to say. And Canelo was at the game last night too. He was at the Arizona Cardinals and 49ers game last night. You know, they had it in Mexico. So he pulled up to the game. But like I said, he had a lot to say about the WBC mandate him to fight the winner between David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. He had a whole lot to say about that shit. So we're going to cook on that. We're going to talk about that also. Let me give me a second. Let me pin this in the chat. Hold on. Let me pin this in the chat. So I'm letting y'all know right now. Do not come in here, right? When I'm getting ready at the last minute, when I'm getting ready to shut the show down and try to hop on the link. Because I ain't going to let you up. We ain't doing that today. Niggas be want to come in at the last minute, right? Talk about, all right, send me a link. Nigga, the show been going on for over 2 hours. Nigga, I'm not sending you no link. Ain't nobody got time to stay on here an extra hour just because you want a link. We ain't doing that shit no more. So I'm letting y'all know that right now. If you want a link, grab that shit when I drop it. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about this Canelo situation. Then we're gonna get on this Terence Crawford situation. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about Canelo and then we're gonna talk about Terence Crawford. Greedy said you've been on 29 minutes. That don't have nothing to do with what I just said right now. Me being on 29 minutes or 30 minutes right now has nothing to do with what I just said. I clearly said that niggas be trying to grab a link after I've been on 2.5, 3 hours talking about drop a link and the show finna be over. But anyway, so let's get into it. Like I said, smash the like button. Smash on the like button and let's get into it. So Canelo Alvarez, we know that the WBC, they came out and they said, hey, whoever wins the fight between Caleb Plant and David Benavidez will be the interim champ, the WBC interim champ for Canelo Alvarez's strap. That means when Canelo come back, he got to fight one of them, right? It's supposed to be his mandatory. He got to fight one of them. Now, Canelo spoke, and he says that he sees David Benavidez beating Caleb Plant. He don't think that Caleb Plant can beat David Benavidez. So we know already from him saying that Canelo knows that David Benavidez is going to be the one. That's what he's looking at. He's like, okay, David Benavidez is going to be that guy that's going to be the interim champ to my WBC title. But check this out. Canelo said, nah, it don't matter. WBC or nobody else can make me do shit. He already got his plan in order. He says that he coming in for a tune-up, right? To see how he feels. And I'm like, a tune-up to see that nigga, you just had a tune-up versus Gennady Golovkin. He just had a tune-up versus Gennady Golovkin. Now, we seen Errol Spence come off a horrendous car accident. Did he get a tune-up? No tune-up for Errol Spence. We seen Errol Spence take one fight, then get a torn retina. He came right back again. No tune-up again for Errol Spence. But you mean that Canelo Alvarez, after having a tune-up already versus Triple G, a 40-year-old washed-up Triple G, turned right back around, right, and said he need another tune-up when he come back? What do he need a tune-up for? I don't understand why he needs a tune-up. What? You a goddamn idiot if you think Danny Garcia is a tune-up. You a motherfucking idiot if you think that Danny Garcia is a tune-up. Straight like that. If you think Danny Garcia a tune-up, nigga, you need to tune your motherfucking brain up. But anyway, but like I said, man, that shit crazy. You need a tune-up to see how you feel. What you mean? You gonna know how your hand feel through training camp. Uh-oh. See, Money over there, he won't smoke today. I knew. See, Money won't smoke today. So, you know, what's good with it, my brother?
Ain't no fucking Money Brown, bitch. Just stop, Paul.
Hey, but I mean, what I don't understand why he need to tune up, man. It's like you had a hand surgery, right? You're not gonna fight until you know your hand is already fully healed. Throughout training camp, you're gonna know if your hand is fully healed or not. Before you even get to training camp, you're gonna know how your hand is. So a tune up to me, this is my opinion, right? Him saying that he gonna come for a tune up, right? This is my opinion. And then he gonna fight the winner between, or I don't know what the fuck he gonna do after that, but I know he ain't gonna fight the winner between Caleb Plant and Benavidez because he said he ain't. He said they can't make him do shit. Oh yeah, he said he gonna fight Bivol after that, which I don't believe that. But let's get back to the tune-up, right? To me, a tune-up is just an excuse so you don't have to fight your mandatory, which would be David Benavidez, according to you, because he already said that he got David Benavidez winning the fight. So now if you say, okay, I'm coming off the injury, I need a tune-up, what you think Mauricio Sulaiman gonna do? He gonna pretend like that he never mandated Benavidez in the winner between Benavidez and Plant to be his mandatory next. Like mandated means that, okay, once they go through with this fight and we get a winner, you gotta fight one of them. We see what they doing with Errol Spence. They making Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman if he decides to stay in the division. You know what I'm saying? And we can elaborate on that because I see a lot of these videos coming out like, oh, Errol Spence, he went to the WBA and he's petitioning to fight. He ain't went to the WBA and petitioned a motherfucking thing, right? They have seniority over all of those other sanctioning bodies. It is what it is. Money talk, bullshit walk. Errol Spence ain't got nothing to do with that shit. But yeah, Errol Spence don't have, but that's a whole different story in itself. But same thing with the WBC, right? That is the mandatory. That's who he gonna have to fight. Now we just heard also, I think it's the IBF, right? They're making David Morrell his mandatory in the IBF. So the doors are closing on Canelo Alvarez real fast. He's gonna have to fight one of these young guns or move up to 175 and stay in that division. But that's what it should be. That's how it should go. Those same rules don't apply to Canelo Alvarez because he's the cash cow, and we know how they do with him. That's why he say that they can't make him do a motherfucking thing. He does what he wants. He gonna do what he want to do. That's why I'm telling you that. They can't make me fight motherfucking Benavidez. They can't make me fight no David Morrell. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And what I have planned for 2023 is I'm coming in for a tune-up, and that's probably gonna be Zack Ryder or John Parker, whoever win that fight. And then he's saying that he's gonna fight Bivol after that. He going to 175 to fight Bivol. So I guess Canelo Alvarez, mandatories don't matter. He can go up and down and wait and do what the fuck he want to do. Well, he can because they let him do that. But I don't think that he gonna fight Bivol. If he go and fuck with Bivol, he gonna lose worse than he did before. He gonna lose worse than he did before. But with that being said, one thing that Money Brown gonna like, and I ain't gonna forget to throw this in there, is Bivol talked about Canelo Alvarez and he talked about Zurdo Ramirez. And he said that Canelo Alvarez was a much better fighter. He hit harder and everything. So, yeah, Bivol, he spoke and he said that Canelo is better than Zurdo Ramirez. And so I got to say I was wrong because I always felt that Zurdo was better than Canelo, but Zurdo turned out to be a motherfucking goddamn hype job. That's what the fuck he is. Resume built up. Only fighter that he really fought on his whole resume was Jesse Hart. And so he turned out to be a hype job. He wasn't what I thought he was. But so Bivol, he did give Canelo Alvarez his props and said that, you know, he's a lot better than Zurdo and hit harder and everything. So, yeah, we all know that Canelo a dope-ass fighter. We know that he can fight. That ain't the question. But can he beat these young, hungry lions coming in the game? Can he whoop them? That's what we want to see. Stop picking and choosing your opponents. But I'm gonna let Money go ahead and cook on this.
Yeah, man, it comes to the point where I'm just gonna plead the fifth.
Yeah, I know you ain't gonna plead the fifth. I know you bullshitting.
Now, but this is the thing. I'm looking at saying when is the fight for David Benavidez and
Speak up a little bit, because I don't know if they can hear you good, but on my end it's kind of low.
now I was saying when is the let me see if my phone talked up. Now I was saying when is the fight happening for David Benavidez and Caden Plant? Because we know Canelo go fight in May. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if they fighting close to May, then you know we know they're not gonna be able to fight next him anyway. But we know that he always wanted the rematch against Bivol. I know y'all don't think he gonna fight Bivol, but he gonna fight Bivol. Now, will he fight Bivol at 175? I don't know if it's gonna be 175. I don't know if they're gonna make it a catch weight. But we know Bivol said he want to fight for titles. You know, Bivol said he want to go for undisputed as well. And Bivol not too keen on Canelo neither. Like, it's a fight for him. For us, it's a money fight. But I think his team look at that shit as we don't need Canelo no more, to the point where we got our hype off his ass. We beat him. We can go try to get better beef for undisputed. That'll be more bet on our legacy. But if we can't get better beef, then shit, we'll fight Canelo. But I think they're gonna want more power than last time. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna want more money as well. But you know, is he him saying he'll come to 68, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think his team gonna let him do that shit. I think they gonna look at that as being, playing into Canelo hands a little bit, going down to 68. So would they fuck around and fight at a catch weight? Who knows how they had that play out? I do know Canelo want that rematch against Bivol. I do believe when he say he'll fight him again, and I do believe that he's going to fight him again. Now the next thing about the next fight, I'm not too happy with no fucking John Ryder or no Zach Parker. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm not happy with no fucking Abner Yildirim. So I'm not really thrilled with that shit. But him coming off the hand injury, him saying his hand is fucked up and all that shit, we'll see how that shit play out, and we'll see how close the fight with Benavidez them, like when is they gonna fight? They gonna fight in March. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Because we know if they fight like in March, what's that? January, February, what? About 3 more months to May. Which they young and they'll try to make it happen like that. But I don't see them, being ready for, that Cinco de Mayo date. And we know Canelo fight on Cinco de Mayo, then he go fight in September. But then however that play out, then I think he'll come back and say he'll probably fight Benavidez or somebody. But I do really believe he want that rematch with Dimitri Bivol. Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Canelo beating that fucking face in a Bivol. Yeah, Bivol is a bitch.
Man.
Nah, Bivol is number 1 at the moment because he beat Canelo. But yeah, I think Canelo's going to get that rematch back.
Hold on. You can't just come in here and get to talking this shit, man.
Oh yeah. God damn, boy. But
you're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna let you talk, but you gotta wait. You can't just come in and hop on in the middle of somebody talking like that.
But yeah, with Bivol,
sorry.
I think like when we seen the fight with Bivol, bro, Bivol, he got him, he outboxed Canelo, but I didn't see him like really hurt him or shit to that nature, key where people saying, oh, he gonna knock him out. He never hurt Canelo in the fight. But I feel like he will be a better Canelo. I do feel like he will beat Bivol in a rematch. I think he'll go back to the drawing board. But I'm not happy with no goddamn with no fucking Zach Parker or no fucking John Ryder. I'm not happy with that fight. I think John Ryder gonna beat Zach Parker, or it could be the other way around because I really don't watch the motherfucker that much. God damn, what a feedback.
You good?
But yeah, so we'll see how that play out. And a lot of people they gonna be pissed off. They're gonna be pissed off at Canelo, but shit, when is they not pissed off at Canelo? So it's just another day in the life of a Canelo Alvarez. But I don't agree with that fight, but we'll see how it go, bro. We'll see how it go. Especially with you being undisputed at 147. So if these dudes is neither one of these dudes not a mandatory neither, right? Neither one of them is gonna be a mandatory neither. So it's like you have mandatories that's not the best motherfuckers out there that you can fight and that you can get away with some shit because they're your mandatories. But when you saying a tune up and shit like that, and even with the hand injury, like you said, Key, I gotta ride with you on that. You know if that motherfucking hand is healed or not. You know if that motherfucker hitting harder or things of that nature. Once you punch in the bag, once you spawn and shit like that. So yeah, I can't look at it like that. But Canelo is Canelo, and they go, kind of bend to his will. We'll see what Mauricio Sulaimán do. But with the Dimitri Bivol fight, I think if he go back for that rematch, I don't think too many people can be pissed off. If he fight Dimitri Bivol, I think people got to respect that fight because he took the L to the man, and now he's going back to get a rematch. So, we'll just have to wait to see if that play out. But for the Cinco de Mayo fight, I'm not going to be too happy with that shit. I'm not going to be too happy with that shit at all.
So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna pass it to Free Smoke and let him cook on it. But I'm gonna say this, right? As far as y'all already know how I feel about that tune-up shit that he said, But hey, if Caleb Plant and motherfucking if Caleb Plant and Benavidez, if they fighting in March or April and they not gonna be ready, well, you got David Morrell. And honestly, I don't think he could beat David Morrell. That's just my honest opinion. And David Morrell is young. He only got about 8 fights, but that's it. Either way you go, that's a dangerous ass fight. As far as the Bivol, right? I don't have no problem if he does go up to 175 and rematch Bivol. You can't, knock a guy for getting, trying to get some smoke back, trying to get his, lick back. But I don't think he's gonna do that. And if you're telling me that Bivol beat you at 175, right? And then you're going to make him come down to 168? Nah. He don't fight at 168. If you get your motherfucking get back, you got to go to 175 to get your get back. If he comes down to 168, I'm not respecting that shit like that. Because
damn, why not?
Because he don't fight at 168.
Canelo don't fight at 75.
He's the champion at 175. Canelo, right? Canelo chose to go to 175 because he already had.
But Bivol chose to go to 68.
He was already a champion at 175. So you got to go to 175 to get your get back. You can't.
Bivol can always say no though, Key.
But hold on. You cannot lose. Right? And then say, okay, well, I lost to you at 175. I lost. Now I want you to come to 168. You know what I'm saying? And then entice him with money because we know that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to entice him with a whole lot of money and then try to get him to go to 168. That's not his weight division. Get your get back at the same weight division where you took your L. That's all I'm saying. Get your get back at the same weight division you took your L. Win, lose, or draw. If he goes to fight Bivol at 175, whether he win, loses, or draw, he'll get my respect. But not making him come down to 168. Because at 168, how are you defending your title against Bivol? How are you defending your titles against Bivol at 168 when you got David Morrell right there? Right? Okay, cool. David Benavidez or Plant, they don't have enough time to get ready for you because they just fought. Well, you got another mandatory, David Morrell right there. It's either that or nothing, bro. I don't want to see.
David Morrell is not more dangerous than Bivol, bro.
He doesn't keep in the past. Like for me, you cannot keep skipping around opponents and doing what the fuck you want. At some point, right, you have to abide by the rules. And then at some point, these sanctioning bodies got to uphold you to abide by the rules. You know what I'm saying? They got to uphold some integrity on their end. Because if they don't, Canelo is going to continue to do what the fuck he wants over and over and over. Now it's time. It's time to show everybody, right, that you can beat some of these young, hungry lions that's in your weight division. That's all we asking for. You know what I'm saying? That's all we asking for. Nothing less, nothing more.
Let me say this before you pass it on. Let me say this before you pass it on. Let me say this. Well, like when we're looking at Bivol, right? If Bivol decided to come to 68, that's what he decided to do. So just like Canelo decided to go to 75, he decided to go to 68. Then when you say he got to show that he can beat some of the young hungry lions in this division, he did. He beat Callum Smith, he beat Billy Joe, and he beat motherfucking Caleb Plant, who's about to fight fucking Benavidez right now. But just say, continue to beat some more. Don't say beat some because he have beat some. So you got to give that man his credit for what he's done. Now, if you don't respect that Bivol coming to 68, I got to respect you that you don't respect that. But if Bivol choose to do that, then we can't sit up there, especially when Bivol said he can make 68. But if he choose to do that, you still got to put Bivol on the same level or over a fucking David Morrell and Benavidez.
But money.
So, we'll just have to wait and see.
Money. If I'm playing you in Madden, right? I'm gonna just use something simple. I'm gonna use Madden as an example. If I'm playing you, right, and we flip a coin and you win, right? You win, and you know what I'm saying? You win the coin toss and you choose to play at home, right? You whoop me, nigga. I can't fucking tell you to run it back, but I get to play at my home. I get to play at my home arena. It don't work like that. I got to go back to your shit and whoop you.
Negative, Key. You brought me to your home before. We already played,
bro,
man.
You ain't never let me whoop you
Key,
and then give me home field advantage after.
We were switching up. I go home, then you go home, and I go home.
Bro. You got to go back to 175 and get that smoke.
We ain't never stayed at home. We played on Madden.
Nah, you lying.
Come on, bro.
That's a whole different story, but I mean, Free Smoke, go ahead and go ahead. I'm going to let you. Well, let me read this super chat, and then I'm going to let Free Smoke cook. Randall Bivens says to have Bivol come down to 168, just hear him say no is nothing more than a political ploy. He says, if Bivol say no, then what? If Bivol say no, then what? But at the same weight, money, he says in his other. But anyway, like I said, if you want to go ahead and cook Smoke, let me let you cook, and then I'm going to pass it to Coach. You on mute.
I came on today.
Yeah, you good? We can hear you
Is
now.
not even a fan of boxing because Canelo is a throwback fighter, and 100% he's going to take that fight, win or lose or draw. The man is going to step out and take that fight 100%. He's a real fighting man. That's all I want to jump on and say. I don't have any shit to cook or anything like that.
So you said that Canelo gonna take the Bivol fight 100%.
He's going to take. There's no way he's going to ruin his legacy by not retaking the rematch that he got betting. He would have took the Mayweather fight if he would have gave it to him. Mayweather didn't want to give him that fight. That's why he didn't get that rematch.
I don't mean that don't ruin his legacy. It's just that he went up, he got, beat by somebody that was better. Go back down to your weight division, right? That doesn't ruin his legacy. You go back down to your weight division, which is 168, and all of the smoke is right there. Everybody's waiting for you. You ain't got to go nowhere. You got all the belts. You got all the competition at 168.
Yeah, don't ruin his legacy, but it is a fucking stain on his legacy, like, isn't it? If he doesn't take the rematch, if he ducks him, I see that as a stain. You can't be ducking any man in this game of boxing. Simple as that. So
sorry about that, Key. I don't know if that music caught your shit. And I don't know where the fuck that shit popped up from. I'm bad, bro.
Yeah, you good. Okay. LA, Free Smoke, okay. All right. Let me give it to Coach, man. Coach, what you got on this?
Well, once again, we see he don't want to smoke with no motherfucking with the contenders at 168. We see it as it's always been. He want to jump around and do what he want to do. Canelo has no rules, which is not fair to the boxing fans. And the winner out of Caleb Plant and David Benavidez will be the interim champion. If he don't want to fucking fight him, they need to strip his ass of the title. Period. You scared to fight them dudes, or you scared to fight Benavidez? Because I think Benavidez gonna whoop that ass. He not giving David Morrell a shot. David Morrell is the WBA regular champion, and he still want to do what he want to do. Now, if he gonna fight Bivol, he need to. If I was Bivol, you gonna come back and fight me for my titles, partner, at 175. I ain't gonna fuck with you. You gonna come and fuck with me because I'm the man right now. I just whipped the shit out of your countryman Zerto. I beat your ass. So I call the shots. I should be the A side. Number one. Number two, Canelo continue to do the same shit I've been saying for the last 3-4 fucking years. He jump around and don't want to face the best competition. I don't respect that shit. And whoever fucking that respect or gotta he this and he that, well, motherfucker, your man don't want to fight the fucking top contenders in his own weight class. In his own weight class. He don't want to fucking face who's the threat. So it's the same shit we've been dealing with for years with this dude, and I have no respect for it, and that's why I don't like him. Period. Anybody else, you can like who the fuck you want. But that's why I don't like the motherfucker. You can't, there's no defense that a person can give me now that he's talking about, I'm going to do what I want to do. WBC can't tell me. Well, we going to just take our fucking belt from your bitch ass then. Fuck that, but they ain't gonna do that, see? Because
that's how calling my man all these bitches and shit, Coach.
Huh?
I'm calling my man all these
bitches. There ain't one fighter on earth with it.
Man, your man act like a bitch. Nah, your man act like a bitch. He been
respect my man's, dog.
Best resume in boxing.
He got the best resume in boxing. Okay, so what's your point?
Name another active fighter that has a better resume than Canelo.
Are you understanding that I could give a fuck about his resume? I want to see the best fight.
But you care about Spencer's and Crawford's resume because that's the whole thing that you're talking about with the splits and that. But you don't care about Canelo's legacy.
You never heard me say that. I ain't never said that. So no, you ain't never heard me.
So who do you think should get a better split, Spence or Bud?
Well, hold on.
What does the split have to do with making a fight?
Free Smoke. This ain't a debate panel right now. You feel me? So you got to let him cook and we're going to pass it to knockout. And this ain't about who got the best resume between Spence and Bud and we ain't talking about that right now. But let's
and the whole point of the matter, I could care less who got the best resume. The best should fight the best. The ones at the top of the division need to be fighting a champion, and a champion needs to stop avoiding. Point blank and period. This been going. David Benavidez has been his mandatory for for damn near 3 years now, and they wouldn't give him the they're not giving him a shot. After he beat Caleb Plant, he deserved his shot at the title at becoming champion. And Canelo don't get to say, well, I'm not gonna fight him. Well, give up the belt then, and it's gonna show the Mexicans and all of your fans that you are not willing to fight the best. Point blank, period.
Knockout. Let me let you hop in on this knockout.
Hey, what's good? Yo, mic check. Y'all hear me good?
Yep.
All right, shout out to Key. What's up, Money? What up, Coach? What up, Free Smoke? Everybody in the chat, smash man like button, bro. Look, man, it's so one thing. I'm cool with Canelo fighting the winner of Zach Parker and John Ryder as a tune-up because that's for the WBO interim super middleweight title. So the winner of that fight will be one of his mandatories. So if he coming back off of surgery to satisfy one of his mandatories in the WBO, I wouldn't be tripping off of that. So that's cool. Now, where it gets tricky for me is after that fight at the end of the year, I fight on Mexican Independence Day in September like you always do. That's when it's like, all right, bro, if you're gonna defend your belts at 168, it need to be against somebody that is a mandatory, somebody that has earned their rights by moving up the rankings in that particular division. I don't like the idea. I ain't tripping. Bivol, fight, bro. Like you fighting Bivol. I don't think that he will, but if he does, that's a great fight. That's a fight that he's going back to try to get his get back. I'm cool with that. The only thing that I wouldn't like about it is if he do try to pull Bivol down to 168. No disrespect to Bivol. He's a great fighter, but there's other guys that put in more work at 168 than for him to just come down to 168, skip the line, get all the opportunity at Canelo's belts over all these guys that are like the regular WBA champion, David Morrell Jr., or the winner between David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. I believe if Canelo's fighting at 168, he needs to be exercising mandatories since there is no other champion for him to fight. If he wants to go do what he do, I ain't tripping on that. But I do think since he went up there to Bivol's weight class and lost to him against Bivol at 175, then I think if they do fight again, that fight should take place at 175 and no other weight class, just because I believe it's not fair to David Benavidez if he beats Caleb Plant, or Caleb beats David Benavidez and works his way back up, or David Morrell Jr., who's sitting there with that regular belt, defending it against the next best possible opponent in Idos, who was number one in the WBA sanctioned bodies. It's other guys at 168 that deserve their opportunity to be 168 pounds champions, not Bivol coming down from 175, having never been 168 to get a shot at all those belts. But as far as this next fight that he's talking about, I'm cool with it because, as I said, this person will be the mandatory challenger in the WBO. Whoever wins this fight is the WBO interim champion. But the last point I'll make before I pass it is I do disagree wholeheartedly with any fighter. You've heard me say this about Earl Spence. You hear me say this about a lot of people. All this choosing, you got to fight the best possible available people, in my opinion. I think you should be fighting top-level fighters. You shouldn't be able to pick into a soft touch every now and then. It's cool. But if you got a mandatory, you need to fight your mandatory, or you need to fight other champions. All this voluntary defenses that people get to have, like Jamal Charlo defending in a voluntary fashion over and over and over and over again, shit like that, bro, I'm not with it. So if Canelo's back, may his surgery have gone good and he doing his thing and he 100%. If he's back, he needs to defend his belts as champion. That means mandatory challenges and top contenders in your weight class. If you want to fight somebody from another weight class, you take your ass up there and you go fight them at their weight class. But yeah, the picking and choosing shit, nah, bro, you can't fight who you want to. You can't compete against who you want to. You got to compete against the guys that have earned the right for the titles that you hold. And that's all I got on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And man, let me take a moment real quick. Y'all got to get the likes up. It's a whole lot of people that's just in the building sniffing around and shit. It ain't hit the like button. Like, these likes is way too low. Y'all got to get the likes up. This shit is free. I don't understand why people come in here and just refuse to hit the like button. Smash on the like button.
Hit the like button. Show some love in the cash app or the super chat. Show some love for the grind, man. People grind out for y'all, bro. Show some love. All this motherfucking intellectual talk up here besides coach ass. We giving y'all all this free shit. Come on, man. Shit.
Oh shit, you a coach, man. We finna get into this Terence Crawford shit now too.
But let me say
Shit.
this, Keith, before we wrap it up. I respect Coach and I respect Knockout. I respect what Knockout said as well too. Like I get what y'all saying with the situation of going back to 175 to fight Bivol. But what I'm saying is, if Bivol chooses to come down, right? If he's coming down to the division, then we know what level he's on. But y'all looking at it as if I think he looking at it as to the point it feel like he draining Bivol down, and people don't know how Bivol is going to look at 168 and things of that nature. But you know, Canelo went up to fight him at his shit for his title. If you want to come down, if he agreed, now it's on him to agree. It's on his team to agree. Now his team was not with that shit. They was already saying like, well, no, we're not going down because we beat you. Now, you know, we want our respect, things of that nature, which I do believe Canelo will go back to 175 and try to fight him if they say no to that point, or if they probably fight a catch weight, which people not going to agree with that neither. But, you know, it's still a fucking competitive fight, and Bivol still beat the man, and the man is still going back to try to avenge a loss. So as long as you're going back to avenge a loss, I'm cool with that. And thank Knockout, because I sure was saying if they not a mandatory, then I'm not cool with him fighting the winner, no fucking Zach Park and John Ryder. But now that you're saying that they are mandatory, then we can't say shit about that because he's fighting the mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
But
John Ryder basically filling in for Andrade. Money. Remember Andrade?
I remember Andrade, right?
Fight for that WBO interim. Andrade pulled out. Now John Ryder is filling in for him, and it's still for the WBO interim, bro.
We
Okay,
know
so
he ain't gonna problem we know damn well he ain't gonna have a problem taking that mandatory. So
I mean, then when we look at David Morrell, okay, David Morrell, he's a good fighter. I like him, but when Keith say he picked David Morrell to beat Canelo, I'm like, God damn, bro, like
I really do. I mean,
nigga, David Morrell, like I like his style, I like how he fight. But
I do, man. He's too big for Canelo, and to me, like David Morrell, man, like them young dudes, yeah, they only got a small amount of fights, but them motherfuckers can fight, dog.
Nah, I like
Canelo.
I don't think he can get Canelo though. I like David Morrell though. I still think
what
some
you
shit he need to work on.
Well, why not?
You gonna hate my take because to me he smashed all them dudes from 175 down, not named Beterbiev and Bivol, bro. After
who,
what
David Morrell?
That boy nasty, bro. Like
against who?
Man, shit, bro. This man was winning Cuban national amateur tournaments at the age of 18 years old.
Bro,
the shit that Robiz, Guillermo Rigondeaux, and all them great Cuban amateurs and Sanchez, the tournaments that they was winning in their mid-20s, that man was winning them hoes at 18, 19 years old, bro. It's a reason that the PBC got that man a WBA regular title shot like 2-3 fights into his career. He different, bro. And he got a 78-inch arm reach, money.
I know about that. I know about that. Go ahead.
11 inches of arm reach, bro. He got to get in on 11 inches, bro. He can't beat that man, bro.
David Morrell, I like David Morrell. I see what you're saying.
Bivol will take better BF to school.
Hold on. I see what you're saying about the gold medals and shit like that at 14, things of that nature. But listen, that shit is in the amateurs, bro. This is the professional. He did his thing, but he haven't fought no tough motherfuckers yet. And when we talk about Canelo, okay, he can have the arm reach and things of that nature, but Canelo got the experience to get in the inside in order to negate that shit, and that power shit that he hitting other people with. You got to see if that shit work on Canelo. We see it's niggas out there that can crack, and that shit don't phase Canelo Alvarez. So you know, he still got more to do. I like his style, I like what he can do, but I still seen him where he rushed a lot. Like he looked good his last fight. But who did he fight, bro? Like
that was good. Hey, you right about that, Brian. Listen, he got to gain experience. I would just say the guy that he just put in the hospital was the number one contender in the WBA at 168 pounds. Like that dude Idos was undefeated out of Kazakhstan. Like, he could fight, bro. And the issue that Canelo will have, to me, Canelo got the experience, bro. Like that, we can't take that from him. And I agree with the homie that said he got the best resume in boxing. And
Canelo would have fucked that boy up as well.
I just think, I think he would have got him too. But when I'm looking at Canelo, bro, just knowing that much, like, bro, 11 inches, like Canelo, 11 inches of arm reach, like, bro, all right, dog.
So if Canelo get in the inside on him, then what that arm reach do?
But
Morrell can fight on the inside. Canelo, he's fighting an uphill battle. Fucking with Morrell, he's fighting an uphill battle. Trust me.
But it's not all that.
I don't mean to change the conversation. I go on mute now.
Let me say something about that. I don't care if he got 2 fights. He the WBA regular champion. I don't care how many fights.
I'm not saying the man don't deserve to fight, Coach. I'm talking about them fighting in the ring. Who Keon picked to beat Canelo? I never said the man.
I think Dave Morrell beat him too.
You think everybody can beat him, Coach? We know.
No, I think the ones that I pick
Shit.
can beat him, like
Pick
Benavidez. I
anybody.
think David Morrell beat him. But you know, the thing about it that gets me with the whole situation is he keep avoiding these fights that we want him to see, that we want to see. So that's my whole point about Canelo. He don't want to give us what we want to see. And you know, we the consumer, we the one that's following this boxing game, and we've been and even the pros been calling him out about David Benavidez, and all he want to do is he knows that he can't beat that man. So that's why he don't want to give him an opportunity, because and it's more of the fact that he's gonna steal his fan base. See, if he loses to him, then he's nothing, and David Benavidez become the Mexican champion that everybody all his fans
Right.
are gonna be following.
I'm negative
So
on that. Negative on that.
that's what's gonna be the
Honestly,
problem.
right? Honestly, and money gonna be like, what the
Mexico
fuck?
looking for a new
Real
hero.
talk. Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna let you cook on it real quick, Cortez, and then we gonna move on to Terence Crawford. But honestly, right? Because certain styles make fights, right? And I was looking at that too, man. 11-inch arm reach, right? Advantage. I'm looking at David Morrell and all the attributes that he has in his fight style versus Canelo. Like, I don't see that fight close. And I think that David Morrell is actually a more difficult fight than David Benavidez is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that David Morrell is better than Benavidez. I'm just talking about those two stylistic matchups. I think that David Morrell is a more difficult fight than David Benavidez is for Canelo. And he's backed in the corner. You know what I'm saying? He's backed in the corner. Prove it. Fight one of them. Prove it.
I mean, I get that, but I mean, y'all just crowning these niggas without doing shit though.
No, I'm
That's
not
my
doing
thing.
that because you know most people I pick Canelo to beat. But when it comes to them two, it's a whole different ball game. But I seen somebody, my man. Hold on, you gotta turn your background off, Cortez. Yeah, man. My man Jermaine Bean says, what happened to the GGG Laura Mando? Shit, GGG, Triple G, he do what the fuck he want to do. He's another fighter that does what he wants to do. That motherfucker can sit out 3 years and they still gonna let him come back and do what he want to do.
He like the police. He ain't held accountable. That's the whole thing that I hate.
They about to set up. I think they about to set up Triple G versus Munguia, bro.
Man,
that's what it's looking like, bro.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Finally, Munguia. I mean, I don't even want to talk about that motherfucker. But McDowell says, and salute to McDowell, man, in that super chat with that $10 super chat. I appreciate you coming through, showing love. But Cortez, I'm gonna let you cook real quick, and then we gonna move on. So,
yo, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
You good?
Okay, I don't get this part. Why is it that he get to keep on picking and choosing who he want to fight, and everybody keep on defending him? That's like if we in the hood and it's two people, they talking about your mama, and they both saying the same thing about your mama, but you keep on always choosing the weaker person. And that's not respectable. And I don't even understand how somebody can get behind that and defend that. Only fight I want to see him fighting, go get your lick back with Bivol, right? And if Bivol do come down to 168, don't put no rehydration clause on him like you've been doing in the past, because that's some other shady shit that we observe and we don't like. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it. Like, how could Money Brown? Could you explain to me like how you can stand on that and defend that?
Don't ask me how can I stand on something and defend something when we just set up here and said what we said about him fighting who he fighting and what's coming next, bro.
Hey, hold on, Money. Hold on. Cortez, you got me playing in the background, so you got too much of feet. You got to cut the YouTube.
I don't got nothing in the background. I'm in the room on my phone all by myself.
Okay,
ain't nothing playing.
I think that's LA.
You might want to go out and come back in because you got a lot of feedback.
All right, I'll leave and come right back.
Yeah, for sure. Was that just me, or y'all can hear that on y'all end too?
No, it was some feedback, bro. I heard it too.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, but we'll let him, you know what I'm saying, come back. But like I said, while we waiting for him to come back in, make sure that y'all hit the like button, smash the like button. It don't cost nothing.
And look, bro, everybody up here tell you, bro, like I ain't no huge Canelo fan, but I'm real and call it down the middle. If he fight one of these John Ryder, Zach Parker's people, it will be a mandatory, bro. So
I want him to come back, and I want him to say, "What you talking about? How can I defend something?" They want to talk about. That's what I mean about cats like him. Because, like I say, they come in here and they'll say certain things, but then don't nobody want to get a man credit for the shit that he did do. Like people keep saying now, boxing is what have you done for me lately, right? The last time we checked, the man has been fighting champions after champions. He just lost to a fucking champion, but now he's in a position to where he's coming back to fight a mandatory. And then after that, we'll see if he go up to fight Bivol or not, or wherever the fight take place. But niggas want to come and say, "Oh, how can you defend this and do as if the man haven't done shit?" That's my whole like. People got to stop. Hold on. People got to stop doing this shit because they discredit everything the man do and say, "Oh, we want to see him fight motherfuckers in the division." When he's fight motherfucking champions that was in the division, just because y'all don't like who the champion is, don't take away from the man fighting the champions in the division. And now we got Caleb Plant about to fight motherfucker David Benavidez, and that's one of the top fights that everybody hooing and hiding about. But the man knocked motherfucking Caleb Plant out, and he still don't get no credit for that shit. So this should be weird and wicked, bro.
Let me say this real quick, right? For me, I can't speak for nobody else. To me, he get full 1,000% credit for beating Caleb Plant, right? He get 1,000% credit for that. And then after Caleb Plant, he went to Bivol. Win, lose, or draw. I don't give a fuck who you fight. You know what I'm saying? If you get in the ring and you compete against him, whether you lose or win, if it's an opponent like that, you get 1,000% credit, right? So you getting all of the credit in the world from me, right? For both of those fights. You had a tune-up. To me, your tune-up was Gennady Golovkin. Like, didn't nobody want to see him fight a 40-year-old Gennady Golovkin that hadn't looked good in years? Like, that was your tune-up. Nobody was calling for that motherfucking fight. Whatever was happening on the business side that decided that you were going to take that fight, that's on you. That's a tune-up, right? Now, you coming back, you don't need a tune-up. It ain't like you had some super-duper long-ass layoff. All these fighters that's on his level, they only fight once a year anyway. He said himself that his body needed a rest because he was going through too many training camps back to back to back. So all you're doing basically is taking a rest. You know if your hand is good, your hand gonna be good when you get back in the ring. You don't need no motherfucking tune-up. So his words were a tune-up. So I said, okay, well, a tune-up, he probably gonna fight Zach Ryder or Zach Parker, the winner between them two. But you saying, okay, well, you and Knockout saying, okay, well, that's just the mandatory. That's his mandatory. Okay, and I'm gonna drop this link for Cortez. Don't nobody else grab this link. This link is just for Cortez, right? So you said, okay, he gonna come back and he gonna fight one of them because they wanted his mandatories. Well, you got another mandatory, David Morrell. I think that's a fight that's more dangerous in a fight that fans are gonna be calling for more than seeing you get in the fucking ring with another Zach Parker or Zach Martin, whatever the fuck his name is.
Zach Parker, John Ryder.
John Ryder and Zach Parker. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants to see that shit except for guys from the UK. And no disrespect to the UK fans, but let's just keep it 100. David Morrell is a much more tougher task. David Morrell will walk through any one of them dudes like motherfucking water.
Well, we'll have to see that. We'll have to see that. We're looking at David Morrell, but still, he haven't done shit either. So we keep saying, well, he's looking like the tough competition. We talking about on paper and this, that, and that shit. And if we're looking at Zach Parker and John Ryder, right? So if they was to fight, that'd be a hell of a fight. It might do favor David Morrell. People might do favor David Morrell, but still, okay, if he's a mandatory and they're mandatory, it ain't like David Morrell did shit so much out just blowing motherfuckers out the water. You feel me? To say, well, he should be fighting him over that one. If you fight the mandatory, you fight the mandatory.
Man,
we can say man and all that shit, but David Morrell,
don't nobody want to see no motherfucking Zach Ryder and
John Parker. Stop with that
David Morrell ain't. What the fuck you talking about? Duck talk, coach?
That's
if you
duck
fight
talk.
the fucking
What
mandatory,
have he done? I don't
If
want
the
to hear
man
that
fight,
bullshit.
if the man fighting the mandatory, you fighting the mandatory. Now, because it ain't the mandatory you want to see, now you gotta talk about it.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with the mandatory. I want to see.
If it ain't the mandatory you want to see,
It's
it's
the
Bellator.
fact that
It got a lot to
it's
do with the
once
mandatory you
again.
want to see.
No, it's once
What you
again
talking
he
about?
doing like water, taking the path of
It
least
got a lot
resistance.
to do with the mandatory you want to see. All
Nah,
these motherfuckers
he passed.
mandatories. They ain't the
David
champions.
Benavidez been his mandatory.
They ain't the
Ben
champions. They the mandatories.
David.
Goddamn me.
So let me let Cortez get in here, and
Yeah,
then we
we
gonna
gonna
move
move
on.
on.
Like I said,
Yeah,
Cortez,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Cortez. I think he on mute. Cortez, you on mute. Unmute yourself.
Okay, is it clear without the background noise now?
You good?
Okay. Like what I'm saying is it's starting to become a habit in everybody being able to see it. If everybody being able to see it, why is it so hard for some people to see it? It's almost like you don't want to see this dude lose, so you okay with the fights that's taking place because you justify them because they was champions. But wait a minute, you had a route that you could have went and did everything that you wanted to do when them two black men was after
Man,
your
we
ass.
talking about at 168, bro. We not
We talk okay.
them
We
black
talk about
men
it,
ain't
but
doing shit.
if you have, but
Y'all want to
listen,
come and talk
if
about the
you have a
black man?
history of getting,
What
listen,
have them black
if,
mans done? What have them
hold
black
on,
mans
listen,
done?
wait. If you have a
No,
history,
because y'all want to start that black man shit. What have them black mans done?
what did Anthony Yildirim do?
Huh? What have
What
them
did
black men done?
Yildirim
Them
do?
black men had an opportunity to get money with each other. They
Hold on,
still didn't do the shit.
wait. What happened? What did Anthony
Come on,
Yildirim
man.
do?
Stop that shit, bro.
What about? Come on, Anthony Yildirim.
You niggas want to keep it as the fighters. Don't come and talk when them black mans, because them black mans ain't done shit. And
What
still
did
ain't done
Anthony?
shit.
Money. All I want to know is what did Anthony Yildirim do?
Bro, you talking about what happened? What have them black mans done? You talking about when them black men just keep it on the fighters.
They did more than Anthony.
And let me tell you this: when is the last time them black mans fought a black man?
When was the last time Anthony fought anybody?
Huh? When is the last time them black mans? You keep wanting to bring up Abner. The man fought way more than Abner. So all the fuck them black men was doing was fight Abney's.
Okay, but you don't.
All they
So
been doing was
wait.
fight Abney's.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. Whose career would you rather have? Would you rather have Andretti's career or
I
Charlo's
don't
career
want
or
neither one of their careers.
Avni's
I don't want
career?
neither one of their careers. I'm not boss. I'm not hypothetically
So you
speaking
think
about this motherfucker.
so you think the path that he took was like the greatest thing since sliced bread?
What do you mean the path that he took? What path is he talking about?
I mean, you could he could
Is Canelo
he
resume
could
better than Charlo and motherfucking Andrade?
yeah, of course it is.
Okay then. So what do you mean the path that he took?
We talking about in the moment and in the time.
We talking about in
He
the
had
moment in
listen.
the time. He was still
Okay,
fighting the better
listen.
competition.
Let me go ahead on. Let me say this real quick. At the moment in the time when the collision was about to happen, he avoided the collision to go to a softer crash point. This is what we starting to recognize, and it's a pattern that's been going on for a long period of time, and we discussed it with that.
You do know Charlo and them turned the fight down, right?
Charlo trying to fight who now?
You know when they offered Charlo and them to fight, they turned it down.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go into my studies on that. Pop on that later on tonight, and I'm gonna tune in.
All right. Now, like I said, y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. We been on Canelo for long enough. Too long. Let's
Too
get
long.
on Bud ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? The haters in the back. Go ahead and bite blood out your motherfucking bottom lip. Because the truth is the truth. And you can't motherfucking run, you can't hide, and you can't duck the motherfucking truth. For sure you can't. So yeah. But BLK Primes. Anybody seen a promo for BLK Prime?
Not even a commercial.
My man, Upper Echelon Sports Bar. Shout out to Upper Echelon. What's happening with it? I got you. Anybody seen any promos for BLK Prime in Bud Crawford fight versus I've Been Sneezing? Because I ain't seen one. But y'all forgot that quick. Right? All of the Bud fans, I'm calling y'all out, right? I'm calling y'all out because money, Cortez. Remember when they was all crying about, oh man, they put his fight on the ESPN app on ESPN pay-per-view. Don't nobody know what that is. They couldn't find it. Man, the old people, they can't find no fight on no app. The old people, it's the older generation. It's the older generation that they see his fight didn't sell against Sean Porter because the older generation, man, they didn't know how to use the ESPN app. Bob ain't promoting him like he's supposed to do. Man, y'all see the lawsuit? They think it's the black man. Bob didn't want to promote the black man. Bud was black, and Bob didn't want to promote the black man because Bud, yeah, you see Bud lawsuit. Bob didn't want to promote him. All right, well, let's do a top ranked promotions versus BLK Prime. You said that, hey, Bob didn't want to promote you. It was Bob this, it was the ESPN app, all that shit. I'm just wondering, anybody tell me where is the motherfucking promotion on BLK Prime? I don't know. Where can I go? Shit. Y'all give me the channel I can find the promotion for Terence Crawford and David I've been sneezing. Because I ain't seen it. Maybe I need to watch more TV. Maybe I need to scroll on the motherfucking internet and YouTube a little bit more. But I ain't seen it. Shit. I thought it was Bob. I thought it was ESPN. I thought it was the ESPN app. Money. Can you help me? Oh, yeah. Man. And my baby Gina, she says, don't forget, they selling the tickets on Groupon. I never seen ESPN selling no tickets on Groupon for none of Bud Crawford's fights. So, what would he do? 130. What he do? 130. That's his best pay-per-view numbers with Sean Porter. Let's give him 140K. What are you gonna do with BLK Prime? Hold on. While money talking, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go turn my TV on and I'm gonna grab my phone at the same time, right? I'm gonna flick through the channels and I'm gonna scroll to maybe I might see a promo for Bud and I've been sneezing. Money. His TV probably bigger than mine. Money might be able to find it before I do. Maybe Cortez can find it. I don't know.
Man, I can't find a promo of that motherfucker. I can't find a face off of him and David Benavidez. Them motherfuckers ain't looked at each other in the face, shook a hand, nothing yet. Nothing yet. And we almost in fucking December. So it's like, when I'm looking at the situation, bro, I don't know what's going on. But when you do see Terence Crawford doing these little so-called fucking promo runs on motherfucking MMA shows and shit, he don't promote the fight. That motherfucker talking about Earl Spence more than BLK and David Benavidez themselves. That motherfucker, and he can't even get it right. His man, Bernice with the Birkin, right? He can't even get it right. He calling the shit BLM and all word ass shit. They don't even know what the fuck they fighting on. So, when we saying all these things, bro, we don't see nothing. We don't see nothing in Omaha. We don't see no setups. We don't see shit with BLK on that motherfucker. And Key, how when we doing our videos and shit, and when we got fights coming up, how in our little videos we drop, even on the commercial, they'll have Ryan Garcia, Javante Tank Davis, Earl Spence, Keith Thurman. They have some type of commercial going on, giving us a promo on what's happening. We haven't seen nothing, bro. Not a thing. Nothing.
Money. Money.
Hold on. I got you. Hold on. I'm talking about. Then he go on ESPN, the network that he used to fight for, and they love him so much they can shit on PBC and dog that fight out so much they ain't even trying to promote the shit. MMA, wherever the fuck he was at, they ain't put up a clip or nothing of that shit. The Zone ain't put up a clip or nothing of that shit. So all these places that you going for a press tour, to sit down and talk to them, and they bringing up nothing but Earl Spence on your motherfucking ass. They ain't even took the time out of their day or to put into their schedule Terence Crawford versus David Benavidez December 10th. Like nothing has been going on to promote that shit because they ain't been paying nobody no money or nothing like that to help promote that shit. And you know, I guess we'll get a face off at the weigh-ins if we get a fucking weigh-in somewhere. Shit. So it's just gonna be weird to see, bro. Weird as fuck to see it. Then you know, I don't even want to go where I want to go, but it's just weird as fuck. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Hello?
You good?
Yeah, man. Like I'm a trucker, so I don't get a chance to be looking on the TV and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the truck tuned in to y'all and stuff. But I go through 80 Iowa going into Omaha all the time. I ain't seen a billboard. I ain't seen a flyer on the gas station countertop. I ain't seen nothing. So y'all out there on in the TV world, I'm right there in Omaha, riding through there. It ain't a flyer. I don't hear nothing on the radio. I don't hear nothing.
Terrible.
Yeah, this bad. This bad. This bad. Now it's gonna be scary if we don't even get this fight.
Why he? But in the thing is, right? We always have to go back to what Bob Arum said. Bob Arum said, "Hey, we do our part, but he don't do shit to promote himself." Now he didn't have interviews that everybody's talking about, right? Everybody talking about them interviews. Most of us seen the interviews that he's done, and not one time had he took the time out to promote this motherfucking fight with David. I've been sneezing. He been the whole time. He like Money Brown said, right? The whole time he's talking about Errol Spence and why he don't have to fight Errol Spence. How is this going to help him, right? If this shit come out and this nigga do 5,000 pay-per-views on that motherfucking BLK Prime app, how the fuck this gonna help him in negotiations with Errol Spence? He don't care. He know it ain't gonna do shit because he don't want to fight. That's how. It's gonna help him fucking get out of the fight even more. He don't care. That's why he going over here. That's why he's not trying to promote. Because see, look at it, right? Your thing would be, okay, if he really wanted the Errol Spence fight, and he really wanted to go into negotiations to where he like, okay, I got some leverage now. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't he be on a motherfucking world tour trying to promote this David I've been sneezing fight to make sure that it does the biggest number possible that it can do? Look, it's only $40. Y'all ain't got to pay $80, $90. Buy my fight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing none of that shit. He ain't trying to promote it. He don't give a fuck what he do. He gonna take his little 3.5 million guaranteed. He gonna get the fuck on somewhere.
Facts. And that's terrible, bro. Because like for them to like they supposed to be giving you 10 million and all this shit. Like they haven't announced the undercard, even though you know we seen Bernice with the Birkin time out is gonna be, which I already knew that Steve Nelson was gonna be on there, and he brought up some other name making a pro debut. So, you know, the undercard ain't going to be too stacked because they ain't got no money to pay no goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? So, they going to go out there and pay, you know, a couple 5-figure paydays to a few fighters to be on the undercard. And, you know, like I say, Key, what I'm more looking forward to, Key, is the you know, when they showing us the fight, the actual fight, how that shit look. You know what I'm saying? That shit look bootleg.
You said is it gonna look like Tevin Farmer and Mickey Bay shit?
Yeah, bro. Tevin Farmer, Mickey Bay, they got scribbles out there and shit with BBLs that ain't even done properly and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit look terrible in the mother. Like niggas showing the fights from their phone. Like, come on, man, the iPhone could have did a better recording than that. They showing the motherfucking fight from the side of the ring. We can't even look inside the ring. We looking through the ropes to see the goddamn fight. So, you know, I'm looking forward to see how the production of the other shit is. So, you know, it's gonna be a whole lot that play into it. And you know, he's so happy about it because he getting allegedly 10 million. So he really don't give a fuck about like how this shit really going on, bro. He just ready to get in there, fight, and get that shit over with. He talking good about them people, but he not. I don't even think he finna sign no deal with them. Like I say, he gonna be looking at motherfucking Golden Boy in the zone next, bro. Golden Boy in the zone next. Oscar De La Hoya running his goddamn mouth. Terence Crawford, no, he ain't really built like that to be a businessman and really sit and negotiate shit for real. But he just trying to play that motherfucking role to try to get one up on Errol Spence. So we'll see how that shit play out. But like you say, man, if this shit fail and flop, there's no way that he's gonna try to come back to the table with Al Heyman there because he know he fucked up. He know he fucked up, and now he really can't demand what the fuck you want now because nigga they just had a whole motherfucking failure, and that shit is in the red. So we'll see how it play out with Earl Spence and what next move he make on his chessboard to see if he gonna get his dude an opportunity or not. Oh. I don't know how the fuck that music keep popping on my damn phone, but that's on the video.
Let me fuck around here. Pornhub pop up on your shit in the background.
You won't last 40 seconds.
You know a nigga clean them cookies, man. Come on, man. Quit playing, man.
Clean some cookies.
Nah, but I don't know, bro. Just like it's weird, man. It's weird. Like the shit that they doing and the way he reacting and like it's go back from his ass, fam. It's go back from. We know for a fact that. He ain't gonna come back to that table.
2.5 weeks out from the fight.
Yeah, that's what I say. If that shit flop like we think it's gonna flop, I don't even think he's gonna try to. He himself is not gonna try to entertain the fight with Earl Spence no more, bro. I really feel like that because
how does that give you leverage if you go and just have a fucking fight that do 5,000, 10,000? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that gonna give him any leverage to go back to the negotiation table?
It'll be 80-20 then.
Like, I'm just saying that I don't give a fuck. Really, truthfully, I don't care who getting paid what, but I'm just saying, make it make sense.
And keep by being they out, like, Duke, is it a way that we can really get the real numbers out that bitch? You feel me? Do they try to lie and talk about what was sold, or will they show us, or is it a way we gonna get the real numbers?
You said they gonna come with another 10 million lie.
Yeah, another 10 million lie. Yeah, they eclipsed. They made 30 million off the fight. X amount of people bought the app. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Come on, man.
Stan 92 says they just announced Chris Cyborg on the card. She an MMA fighter.
That's what I said. It's gonna be some shit like that. Like that shit gonna be some
this shit bootleg.
Another motherfucking Greg Hardy and motherfucking what's that boy? That's my dog. Hakeem Rockman Jr. Some shit like that.
Come in. Why Hakeem Rockman? I'm telling people right now, this ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. Jake Paul would have beat the shit out of Hakeem Rockman. Man. That nigga went and let Greg Hardy beat him, and Greg Hardy ain't got no goddamn boxing background.
Man, Greg Hardy catching and shooting on his ass and dropped his ass, and he was nailing his ass. That big motherfucker was just that's the big motherfucker, man.
But Greg he Hardy only got, bro, all he had was a 1-2.
A 1-2, yeah. He's still
that's all Hakeem Rockman had. I'm sorry, but he wouldn't finna beat no Jake Paul with no motherfucker.
But he was whooping Greg Hardy ass in the first round, and this dumb ass tried to stay there. And I don't mean call my dude dog, but that's my dog. My bad, Hakeem. I fuck with him heavy, man. That dude talk. But he stood there and trying to fight him, bro. Like that was the dumbest shit ever, bro. Why would you sit there and try to fight this big motherfucker? Come on, bro.
Somebody said what happened to Bomac. Man, Bomac still with Bud.
He got the motive. He got the motive.
Bomac don't want to take no heat for this shit.
Yeah, he got the motive.
Bomac don't want to be a part of this shit. How you gonna argue this bullshit?
You see, he keep jumping in my chats. And he keep talking about, hey, what my money talking about? You tell, hey man, what you owe me? I say, man, I don't owe you shit, nigga. And you ain't getting shit.
Yeah, owe me money. Get your corn out his ass up out of here.
I say, get your slick ass up out of here, bro. You ain't getting nothing, nigga.
I don't give a goddamn how heavy Free Smoke. I don't care how heavy Greg Hardy was. He can't box.
That mother was on them steroids.
Motherfucker.
That mother was 2 amp kid. That mother started getting better as the rounds started going on. That motherfucker dancing.
After tired. Why Hakeem Rockman get tired after the second round? By the second round, he tired as fuck. Greg Hardy wasn't even breathing hard.
Hey, Keon.
Yeah.
Do this boy sneezing. Do he even got a puncher's chance?
Man, shit. Man, about as much as puncher's chance as I got of stopping Tyson Fury.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Shit.
I'm figuring like, okay, Crawford, you get him out of there in 2-3 rounds. You're not hurt. You don't need no real long. Okay, this is what I want to ask you, Keon. So they mandating Thurman and Earl, right?
Right.
And then winner of that is mandated to Stanionis and the other guy, right? So basically how it worked for everybody, right? Because I
I see people come dropping videos talking about Errol Spence. He went and was begging the WBA to let him fight Keith Thurman. That's a motherfucking lie. Errol Spence ain't went and petitioned and begged for a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? How it works is the WBC, right? The WBC, they have basically seniority over them other sanctioning bodies. So the WBC, they was the first one to mandate Keith Thurman and Errol Spence at the WBC convention. It don't matter what the WBA or the IBF want from that point on. You know what I'm saying? If Keith Thurman says, yes, I want to fight Errol Spence either has to relinquish the titles and move up, or relinquish the titles and stay there. We know he ain't, if he relinquished the title, he ain't staying at 147, right? He don't have no choice. It ain't no, oh, well, you know, Keith Thurman want to fight and they ordered it. Well, I still get a chance to, you know what I'm saying, go fight for the WBA scrap, or I still get a chance to defend my WBA scrap against Stanionis or pick Boots. He don't have no motherfucking choice. It don't matter what Boots and Stanionis want. The WBC already has spoken. So when they
I understand that part. I understand that part right there. But what I'm saying,
I'm just telling you, when they're coming out with this news saying that,
no. What I've been seeing lately.
I understand what you're saying. I don't know, because that really don't matter, because if Errol Spence don't fight Terence Crawford next, he's moving up anyway. So none of that shit really matter.
Okay, so
yeah, so it really don't matter, because if he don't fight, you know what I'm saying, the titles is gonna be relinquished anyway. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's Keith Thurman or he relinquishing the titles. That's just basically what it is. So whoever.
Okay, but once he, but what I'm saying is they saying that after the Keith Thurman fight, then
money. My bad. Go ahead.
After the Keith Thurman fight, that they saying that the mandatory is already gonna be Stanionis and whoever the Stanionis is finna fight. As if, like, I don't hear no mention of the Bud Crawford fight after that.
Right. So this is how that's gonna work, right? If he fight Keith Thurman, he beat Keith Thurman, Stanionis is in line. Stanionis has seniority over Boots, right? So if he stays in the division and he don't fight Terence Crawford, then he don't have no way around Stanionis, right? Unless Stanionis take more step aside money. But in case is Terence Crawford is there, Stanionis don't have to take step aside money. He don't get no step aside money because
it's a unification bout.
Because undisputed, right? It trumps
all
mandatory.
Yeah.
So undisputed is gonna trump that mandatory. So, like I said, if he stay in the division, what I've been telling people, if Errol Spence say, okay, I'm gonna stay in the division, I'm gonna fight Keith Thurman next. That's only because he gonna put his trust in Terence Crawford, that Terence Crawford gonna come back down and try to make the fight with him. But I wouldn't do that because Bud don't want to fight. That's why Errol came out today and he said, shit, I'm fucked up. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. This man pulled a slick one on me, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? He left me out in the wind. I still don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Hey man, that shit make you root for sneezing, man. But we already know it's gonna be a rematch clause, and they ain't gonna be able to get on with it until pronto.
I mean, I don't root for motherfucking sneezing either way, because it's like, okay, we still ain't gonna get the fucking fight we want to see. Him beating Terence Crawford ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Errol Spence beat the brakes off that nigga.
Yeah, right. I do want to see that. That's real poetic justice there.
My man, Upper Echelon, what's happening with it? He says Boots will beat Crawford. Boots will beat Crawford Mando in May. WBA orders Stanionis versus Ortiz. Ortiz drops from WBO. Boots won, and Bowsy said they will petition. Yeah. So, but see, the thing is, if Errol Spence, once he leave, those titles are relinquished. Now you got Boots, like he just said, like my man Upper Echelon just said, Boots will be Terence Crawford's mandatory. You think that Terence Crawford is gonna fight Jerome Boots Ennis? Fuck nah. He ain't fighting
Man, he don't
Jerome
want that.
Boots Ennis. He's not gonna fight him.
Man,
Then
nah,
you
he ain't
got,
gonna do that.
yeah, and then you got Stanionis versus Ortiz. Now,
Hey, Key, could you do a history on Crawford and his weaseling ways? Because he been doing this for a long time, but with smaller, less known opponents.
yeah, I mean, we could go back to the Sean Porter situation. He ain't want to fight Sean Porter, and they had to make him fight Sean Porter. Remember that went to purse bid. He ain't want to
Yeah,
fight Sean Porter, and so I mean, we don't even got to go back far. But as far as the Stanionis and Ortiz, Stanionis said that yeah, he hopes that fight can happen. He wants to smoke with Ortiz. He hopes that fight can happen. But see, the problem there is does Oscar De La
De La
Hoya
Hoya.
want that fight to happen? And if Oscar De La Hoya don't want that fight to happen, I don't. These sanctioning bodies, they have no integrity. They're not gonna. They don't hold to what they say. You know what I'm saying? When it's a certain fighters, we gonna hear
yeah.
about it. We just not gonna hear about it no more. And then they'll all of a sudden move somebody above Stanionis in the WBA or above Ortiz or however, you know, and then
Hey,
you'll see Ortiz fighting somebody else, and they'll say that was his mandatory. We know how
anything on
boxing
the
do.
anything on the rumor of Speedy Rashidi versus Boots? Anything on that
No,
rumor? Hey, is they on the undercard? Because I heard they
no,
both
no,
were supposed to be
no,
fighting in
no.
January.
No, that was false. So Bozy Ennis came out and he says that before they tried to fight Rashidi Ellis, they offered him 2 times more than what he was going to get paid in his last fight when Speedy Ellis fought his last fight. Boots was trying to fight him, and they turned it down. Speedy Ellis, they turned it down, I mean, I feel him. I'm not gonna say duck because the man had been out of the sport for like 3 years. So why
Yeah,
would
it's too
you
long.
come from a
Yeah, it's too
3-year
long.
layoff and agree to jump in the ring with Boots? So nah, that ain't no
No,
duck. But
smart move.
now now Boots and his team is saying they don't want to fight Ellis. They saying like, why would we want to fight Rashidi Ellis? Why are we gonna go backwards? You know what I'm saying? Why are we gonna go backwards in the rankings when we looking forward? So I get them now. They're like,
I
you know
get it.
what I'm saying? We wanted to fight him. We had a chance. He didn't want it. Now we're not looking behind us. We looking straight ahead. We trying to get a shot at the title. So we don't have no interest in fighting Rashidi Ellis. So they said that's not true. That is not true. Rashidi Ellis is not on the table. Wasn't even brought to them, and they have no interest in fighting Rashidi Ellis now. So that's what that
Key,
is.
let me say something,
So
Key. To you silly motherfuckers that keep talking about money, answer this, answer that. Um, you can't compare Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. It's night and day. Like you talking about his career and Errol Spence's career, is night and day. So because you niggas want to be on black fighters and Mexican fighters, y'all want to make the shit a race war instead of just looking at them as fighters and being fair about the shit. Because when money get on Canelo ass, it just go over you niggas' head. Y'all don't see the shit. But y'all just want to see, oh, he don't do this, he don't do that. I don't give a fuck what you niggas say, and I don't have to answer shit if I don't want to answer it, nigga, because none of you niggas stand on nothing. You know what I'm saying? All you niggas do is sit in chats and talk all day. You niggas don't stand on shit. Y'all don't be fair about nothing. So don't come to me telling me, oh, money, you see this and you see that, when all y'all do is kiss ass and you niggas just one way all the way around the board. So continue to listen to the bill. This is Everything Boxing Show. This is his platform. And I'm talking about what Everything Boxing is talking about. When he move on, we move on. So you country corny ass niggas need to move on. You stuck in the past ass Negroes. You feel me? Learn how to come to the present and look to the future and quit being stuck in the past ass niggas. All right, Key.
all right.
Hey. Where we from up here in Michigan, Playboy, we go head on, we address that mail, or that shit get returned back to sender.
I don't know who you talking to.
Man, you got money. You got anything on that? You know that whole situation with Ortiz standing on his Boots, and then you know Boots. He finna be Terence Crawford's mandatory. Do you see Terence Crawford accepting that shit?
No, not if it's not like push like they did Sean Porter. Um, or if it comes to the point to where Earl Spence is at 154 and he don't fight Earl Spence, and it come down to a point to where, you know, maybe it's on the line. you know what I'm saying, and it's nowhere else for him to go, then maybe he'll accept it. But other than that, he gonna say the same shit that they been saying, like Bernie, aka Bernice with the burger said, Boost ain't done shit. What Boost got to put himself in position to get that fight. Boost got to do this and Boost got to do that. So if it ain't in a position to where it's a big ass bag for him or some shit like that, then I don't know what the fuck he gonna do, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when you turn down Earl Spence, the biggest fight in boxing, you can't trust Terence Crawford with shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust him with shit. So at this moment, I like the Stanionis and the Virgil Ortiz fight. It's a hell of a solid, strong fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you said, will De La Hoya let that fight take place? Do he got other things with Virgil that he wants to happen? You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see how that play out. But Virgil probably want that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Virgil be ducking no smoke. And, Stanionis is a nice name. You feel me? That's a nice name. So we'll see if he can push like Ryan pushed for Tank motherfucking ass. We'll see if Virgil will push and say make this happen because of the name, man. That's the biggest fight of his career to this day. If we look at it, right? Or would we say Maurice Hooker was probably it? You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. So, if you get the opportunity, we'll see how it play out. Before it's Bud taking the Boost fight, I don't know if he'll take it. I don't know. And I still favor Bud over just me at this moment right now. You know what I'm saying? I still favor Bud over Boots just because of the experience factor and, to see if Boots can do that. But for us, Terence Crawford, I don't trust Terence Crawford as I don't trust him.
Yeah, man, I don't see him taking no fight like that. Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? That's just my honest opinion. In upper echelon, I sent it to the Sosa Smith one. I sent the email to the Sosa Smith one. Master Khalik says, hold on. He says, Supreme Peace to ETB Money. He says, B Money B, Bud ain't fighting. I've been sneezing. A lot of people been saying that. A lot of people don't think the fight is gonna go down, but I think the fight is gonna go down. I don't know. It's just like, what the fuck is it gonna look like? Who gonna commentate the fight? It's a lot of questions because once again, it's only 2.5 weeks away, and we have not seen no advertisement, but like a 10-second clip, and that was weeks ago. You feel me? We ain't seen no advertisement. And my man Upper Echelon that just joined the panel, he said, I got some news on the situation waiting on Keith. What's good? What's good with it, Upper Echelon?
What's going on, man? I was hollering my boy Jake and everything. He be around the boys and all that, right?
Who that?
My boy Jake Donovan.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so we was talking about it. Well, Oscar and PVC, they started to bend they started to bend on the fence a little bit. They trying to get bigger fights out there and everything. And you see, they made the deal with the Tank and Ryan Garcia and everything. They working together on that as well. And being that it's May, they trying to do more relationships wise, and they're trying to close in the door. They're trying to close in the door as well. And they've been trying to get Earl to take the Keith Thurman fight for the longest. They've been trying to get him to take the Keith Thurman fight on the longest. Now, if Earl takes the Keith Thurman fight, they're gonna close the door on Bud, so Earl can get what he's supposed to get. Because what Bud doesn't see is that the PBC, Al Heyman and them, all the sanctioning bodies, they have pulled with certain people and everything. So Oscar De La Hoya and them got together and they petitioned to fight Montes Stanionis. Oscar De La Hoya and them petitioned to fight Montes Stanionis. The WBA ordered that. So now Virgil Ortiz is about to be going against Montes Stanionis for the WBA regular title, which is going to drop him out the WBO rankings, which in turn will elevate Boots into the WBO rankings. Terence Crawford being the WBO super champion, they got to defend every 18 months. His 18 months will be up in May. So he's going to have to defend that championship or be stripped. So Boots will be number one in the WBO, and Mosey Ennis and them is going to enforce that. And either he gonna be stuck in. I did a video on it yesterday. It's called A Rock in a Hard Place. Either he gonna be stuck fighting Boots, or he's gonna have to take that fight with Earl, or he's gonna have to vacate, or he's gonna have to retire. He's gonna have to move up or vacate. That's the way they closing in the situation right there. See, Al Haymon plays chess. He don't play checkers. He plays chess. And this way right here, he ain't got to worry about the games being played the next time around. If you notice, Earl said that the fight gonna happen in 2023. But yeah, that's how the doors is closing in on that right there.
Earl said what fight will happen in 2023?
You say what, bro?
Earl said what fight will happen in 2023?
Remember, he said this. Remember, he just said recently. He said that the undisputed fight will happen in 2023.
No, Earl didn't say that.
Earl never
His
said
team said that.
Yeah, but his team. Frank Martin.
Yeah, Frank Martin said that. But see, this is the thing. People got to understand that in order for the fight to happen, it take two fighters.
With or without Bud, it's going to happen, bro.
Huh?
With or without Bud, it's going to happen. It may is he's going to have to face that mandatory.
You said
if he don't face that mandatory, then that belt get dropped.
Hold on. What fight are we talking about going to happen?
For Undisputed. Undisputed is going to happen in 2023.
Nah, bro. But Errol Spence, he said himself, right? Money talked to Errol. He's not staying at 147, right? If he can't fight Bud. If it ain't Bud, he moving up.
What DJ was saying that they want
to. He's not going to linger around another year and a half, another 2 years. He's not doing that. He's moving up.
Nah, bro, I wasn't saying he's going to be lingering around. What I'm saying is the man ain't got date to play with. It's May is where he has to fight Boots. He's not trying to fight that nigga there, bro.
It sound good, but I mean, we know that boxing don't really uphold to none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? In boxing, they not gonna, we gonna strip you unless you gonna fight Boots. That shit sound good. I mean, but I believe it when I see it. You know what I'm saying? I believe they just not gonna, and Boots ain't the type to where they gonna be able to strip Terence Crawford and then they gonna give Boots the title, you know what I'm saying, in the mail and shit like that, man. That's it. If we gotta wait on all that, that's a whole nother year and a half.
No, but this is what was said. the mandatory is due May. The 18 months is up in May. So he's going to have to make arrangements to satisfy that by May.
Yeah, bro, but Errol Spence is not sticking around the division waiting for all of that. You feel me? If Errol Spence go fight Keith Thurman, he going straight to try to make a fight with Bud. If that can't happen, he moving up.
He gone.
It is what it is. He's not waiting to see what they do in May and waiting around. That ain't happening.
No, you missing what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. He's gonna fight Thurman if he fights Thurman. And what I'm saying is that Bud fight got to be made by May because Bud's not trying to go see Boots, bro. He's not trying to see Boots.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's going straight after. If he fight Thurman, right, he going straight after Bud. If he can't get that Bud fight, he moving up. He not waiting.
That's what I'm saying. We on the same page, Key. That's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. I'm talking about after he fights Thurman, then it's the Bud fight. That's what I'm saying. It's the Bud fight because it's going to have to take place before May.
What I'm saying is that I don't think that the Bud fight gonna happen regardless because I seriously don't think that he wants to fight. So I don't think that Bud want to fight him.
So you think he would rather go against Boots than fight Earl to get that check?
I mean, no, I'm not saying that neither. But what I'm saying is that, it's all these, like dude said, all these ifs and shit, bro. All I'm saying is that they not finna just strip him of his title like that. I mean, it's always a way around it. We gotta hope that these sanctioning bodies uphold what they doing. You know what I'm saying?
They started stripping Josh Taylor. They taking belts off his ass, and they talk about stripping Usyk. I mean, they want that fight.
It's all on Terence Crawford. I don't see Terence Crawford fighting now one of them, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And he might just shit. I don't know what the fuck he gonna do.
Well, I hope he don't retire.
He might just retire though. You feel me? Because he already talking about the Hall of Fame, this, and that. So I don't really know what he's gonna do, but he not gonna fight now one of them. I'll be willing to put money that if he don't fight Errol Spence, he's not gonna fight Jerome Boots.
I mean,
I'll put money on that shit.
You say what?
I said I'll be willing to put money that if he doesn't fight Errol Spence, he ain't gonna fight Boots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. I'm just saying Boots is the damn hard place. That's what I'm saying. They closed the door on him. Like he
But
gonna
see,
have one or two
we gotta
options.
see in this case, we gotta wait and hope to see if Stanley Onis fight motherfucking Virgil Ortiz, because that might not even go down. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit. You still got, I mean, it's a lot of shit just going down. I heard something about Ugis. Today. I saw it and I was doing something and I didn't get to
I know they
listen.
said he'd be ready by around March. No, that's what they were saying about Ugas.
Okay. Because I know that I know for a fact that Boots is gonna announce his fight this week. He's gonna announce his fight date this week. He said that last night.
Oh, Keon show.
Yeah, so we know what Boots this week. We'll know what Boots is doing next or who he fight next. But somebody said that we ain't gonna like what we hear. We not gonna like the opponent that we hear Boots is fighting.
Probably gonna be some bullshit.
It ain't his fight. It ain't his fault though. We know that it ain't.
But
Gonna
he
be
ain't got
fault.
nobody to fight.
But yeah, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just think that Errol Spence right now. Errol Spence he don't have no fight date. They haven't gave him a fight date or nothing. He just said that. So he's still kind of up in the air with his decision. He has a decision to make. Do I put my trust in Terence Crawford, fight Keith Thurman, right? Wait around for fight Keith Thurman because, like I said, the only way we see him fight Keith Thurman if he say, you know what, I think Terence Crawford wants to fight. But if he get to looking at all this shit that Terence Crawford is saying and decide that, you know what, I don't think that Terence Crawford gonna fight me. He gonna move up. So he's still trying to figure out, am I gonna stay and put my trust in Crawford or just say fuck it and move up? And a lot of people say, oh man, Errol Spence wouldn't fight Boots neither. For the motherfuckers that's saying that, anybody in here, give me one time Errol Spence had a chance to fight Jerron Boots Ennis.
He'll fight him at 154. Errol
Spence didn't have a chance to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. You're not finna skip to unify, right? To get a third strap to fight Ugis. You're not finna skip to get unified, to get undisputed with Terence Crawford to fight, not Ugis, to fight Jerron Boots Ennis.
Exactly.
He ain't never had a chance to fight Jerron Boots Ennis.
That's going backwards. He
never had a chance to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. A lot of motherfuckers, oh man, Errol Spence, he wouldn't fight Boots Ennis. And now he don't have no choice. It's either Keith Thurman or nobody. That's it. That's all.
Strap season.
They're not letting him fight. They're not letting him go past Keith Thurman.
But I knew Thurman had that shiesty shit when they made him and Barrios. He fighting Barrios. Nigga, they got knocked out by a damn title eliminator fight. Like, damn. How is that a title eliminator fight? But Keith always said that he didn't lose his belt in the ring.
They don't get it through their head that he don't have an option to fight Boots.
Nah, the WBC trumps
Boots petition. It don't fucking matter that Boots petition for the mandatory. Keith Thurman has seniority over Boots. What the fuck don't y'all get about that shit? Y'all keep saying this dumbass shit. He cannot say, you know what? I'm gonna pick my IBF mandatory instead of my WBC.
And lose the WBC belt. Then he gonna lose his belt.
That's not an option. If he does that, then he loses the WBC belt. And then why am I staying at the division if I can't get undisputed? I don't understand what they don't understand about that.
They just want to argue, man. They just want to be counterproductive, bro. Stupid.
Yeah, it's like they don't know. They be talking, they talk all this shit, but don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Exactly, bro. Shit on other people's panels that listen to them talking, then try to come use that shit on you.
You know what I'm saying, bro? He don't have no motherfucking option. It's motherfucking Thurman or lose the WBC title. He's not in that predicament with the IBF yet. He ain't in a predicament to where if he don't defend the IBF, he gonna lose the title. He's not in that predicament with the WBA because shit, really, to keep it 100, Richard Schaefer got a good relationship with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? So standing on this, he'll take some more step aside money to let Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman to maybe see if he can get undisputed with Terence Crawford. But like I said, Terence Crawford, his biggest thing is he don't want Errol Spence to be undisputed.
All right.
He ain't gonna let that shit go down, money. I really don't think he gonna let it go down.
Not on his watch.
Like I tell you, Keith, when you shit on the bitch, I mean, I even call her woman. When you shit on that woman's show, doing the fucking interview, and she ain't asked you nothing about fucking Errol Spence at that time, and you got to bring Errol Spence's name up with the careers, and then Errol Spence, he don't know what it feel like to be undisputed.
Did you see the face?
He don't know what it feel
like.
like. So when he say things like that, and you know, just show you in his heart that he don't want that man to be undisputed, and that he holds the power if he can be undisputed or not, because he think being undisputed is the biggest thing that can, you know what I'm saying, put you in the Hall of Fame or some shit. So he feel like by him being undisputed, he did some shit that nobody else has done, and he would look at that shit like we said, oh, I said a trend. Nobody wanted to be undisputed to Terence Crawford, like that arrogant ego ass shit, like that type, like that's some of the stupidest shit to say. Some of the stupidest shit to say.
And
you know what I'm saying?
So that nigga face, man.
Yeah, so it just shows you, bro. Like you say, he don't really want that man to be undisputed, bro. He want to try to do everything that he could to hold back because he think he gonna have that up on Errol Spence. Oh, I was undisputed. He was never undisputed. I did this. Like he's speaking about his accolades, and he think that's what's gonna keep him above Errol Spence, bro. And it's not.
Right. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I see somebody said that Thurman can take step aside money. Thurman ain't taking past that shit. Thurman ain't taking no goddamn step aside money.
Hell no, he ain't. Well, this is what Thurman wants right here.
Like, come on now. Thurman ain't taking no motherfucking step aside money for Errol Spence.
For $3 billion.
That's the fight he wants. That's the fight he's looking at. Like, if I beat Errol Spence, that shit gonna put me back on the map.
And not just that,
and I'm making way more money than the step aside money. I'm not taking that. Like, he's not the step aside.
That man gonna make 10 figures.
The biggest fight, the biggest fight.
Anybody that fight Earl gonna get 10 figures on that back end because Earl is the damn showstopper. Right. But on that damn girl show, Terence Crawford, man, you see that jealous enviness, bro. Like I hate to say it, man, but that dude act like a jealous ex-girlfriend, bro. Like when you leave a girl, she just don't want you to do no good. Like she just wish the worst for you. When he said undisputed, you just don't know how that feel. If you see that nigga face, bro, that nigga had pure envy and bliss on that nigga face, dog. Like, bro, like that's some hate ass shit right there, dude. And like, he ain't doing it the right way. If he was a man about the shit, he'd stop Earl from getting undisputed, but with his own two hands, instead of taking the ball home and not letting people play no more. And that's why I did a video on that shit, because I seen that shit from the start. Terence Crawford, he said he was the puppet master. He talking about everybody putting on these strings, but he said, I got what they want. And that's why I knew that this shit was going to be hell anyway. And the man, they already said that it was close to 50-50 on the damn back end and everything. And Crawford still didn't want it. His nephew came out and told by mistake why he was bragging about the shit. Crawford don't want that smoke. And everybody finally trying to see that shit. But like, hell, you have to do something because he ain't got not one 50-50 fight on his resume. So he got a thin trick for Hall of Fame, but if he don't make this damn fight, he gonna realize they really don't love his ass, and he might not make it. Jermaine Taylor didn't make it, and he made undisputed. He beat Bernard Hopkins twice. And that wasn't enough to get him in there.
Yeah. But see, my whole thing, upper echelon, is like he always talking about the Boxing Hall of Fame. Bro, I've never seen nobody arguing back and forth about, oh man, such and such is in the Hall of Fame. Nobody give a fuck about that shit in boxing. Because the standards are so low in boxing. You argue about the Hall of Fame when it comes to the NFL and the NBA. They got a certain type of fucking standard. But don't nobody give a fuck about the Boxing Hall of Fame like that, bro. I'm just keeping it 100. Ain't nobody gonna remember you because you in the Boxing Hall of Fame.
Rocky,
fight fans don't go look to see who's in the Boxing Hall of Fame. We really don't. Like, I ain't never said, you know what? I want to go see who's in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. Because when you put people like Sylvester Stallone and Arturo Gatti and fighters like that in the Hall of Fame, when we know that Sylvester Stallone was a fun motherfucking movie star, a fictional character, and Arturo Gatti, he had memorable fights, but he wasn't no motherfucking great fighter. We remember you for the fights you've been in, the fighters you faced. 20 years from now, when I'm talking boxing with money and when I'm talking boxing with y'all, we're talking about, damn, man, remember that fight, man? That was a cold-ass fight. We remember fights, not the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as the NFL in basketball, because the NFL, you going to look to see who in the Hall of Fame because the standards are set so high. The
Terrence
NBA,
ain't got
the
no fight that
standards
you gonna
are
think
set
about.
so high. They don't just let any and everybody in. The Boxing Hall of Fame ain't okay, cool. You in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Who gives a motherfucker?
What's your
Who
memorable
cares?
fight? What fight people gonna talk about for years to come? You ain't got one.
And
People
like you said, Jermaine Taylor ain't in the Hall of Fame, and he got a much better resume than motherfucking Terence Crawford. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me shit. Ain't nobody. All we want to know is what fight was Terence Crawford in that we could remember you from 20 years from now? What fight are we gonna be talking about? If you don't have that fight, bro, you can be in the Hall of Fame a million times and don't nobody give a fuck.
Exactly. And the only fight they might say is Gamboa. And the only reason we gonna say that because we remember a smaller guy damn rocking you. 2 weight divisions.
Right,
And that's
man.
gonna be more on him than you.
Shit, I remember motherfuckers like shit, bro. I remember motherfuckers like David Reed and William Joppy. Ain't none of them dudes in the Hall of Fame, but I still remember them from fights they was in. Straight up.
I remember Batista and Mike Tyson.
You know what I'm saying?
Razor running. Shit.
We remember, that's what fight fans remember. Now, if they change the Hall of Fame and they up the motherfucking standards, now you could talk about being in the fucking Hall of Fame. But see, if they did that shit, if they changed it and say, okay, we're gonna go by off of your resume, we're gonna go by your wins and divisions, but we also gonna go by your resume. And we're gonna go by who you beat. Hey, that might change a lot of shit. That might change a lot of shit because Terence Crawford might not be in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That might change a lot of shit. Okay, we're gonna go by, you know what I'm saying, your resume, your wins, who you beat, and we also gonna go by, you know what I'm saying, what point in the career you beat these opponents. Did you beat them in their prime? Did you know? So, like I said, if they had standards like the NFL do, would Terence Crawford still be going to the Hall of Fame? That's the real question. If the Hall of Fame is the same that we know as, you know, the NFL and the NBA, well, would Terence Crawford be going to the Hall of Fame right now if he retired, if they had those type of standards? Let's say they had the same standards as the NFL. That's what we really need to be talking about. My man John Kramer say salute to Money BTV and the rest of the panel. Salute to my man John Kramer on that profile picture looking like Rick Ross. Oh, yes, sir. And motherfucker John Kramer got he got a kilo on his neck. For real.
For real.
That man got a kilo on his shit.
They gonna kill him.
Motherfucker clean too. Hey,
Stop calling that phone.
But yeah, man, that's a question. Let me ask y'all, Cortez.
Oh,
Honestly,
I'm here.
right? honestly, if they change the boxing Hall of Fame standards to the same standards that they have in the NFL to make it right, would Terence Crawford be in the Hall of Fame? In
Nope,
your opinion?
not hardly. Look at all his look. No, he done beat. That's worthy of him being there. Outside of Porter, and then you got to say Porter, he was 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because now you're gonna look at where they was at in their career. So then he loses on that end. And you say Kell Brook. Kell Brook just had his face destroyed twice, and he was a wash rag. He wasn't the same guy that Earl Spence went and beat. He wasn't the same guy that Triple G beat. Then you say Ndongo, whatever the hell his name is, after Crawford beat him, he went 5 for 6 losses. He lost 5 of the last 6. Ricky Burns, he had enough. He was that damn dumb to sit there and tell that woman that Ricky Burns was a credible win. Them same words need to come back and bite him in his ass. Ricky Burns, when you look through his rec box, everybody that you can recognize beat him. Everybody else, nobody ever heard of them. So who else? Okay, Benavidez. He just shot a man who was a drunk and just come off of getting shot. Where is your credible win? You still don't have a credible win. You have a perfect storm situation, and you just happen to capitalize off a perfect storm. We all gonna always, we all gonna remember him for the decision. The decision worked well for LeBron James, but the decision didn't work well for him. You decided to go over there where you would be able to be hidden instead of being in the PBC where you was gonna catch some of that smoke at. And then, like you said, he got the belt was tailor made for him. Pacquiao was leaving Bob Arum. Bob Arum sent him to Australia for a straight take. And then who? If you coming in, anybody that want a belt, if they just want a belt, they gonna pick Jeff Horn out of the champions that was there. And you never made any type of effort to fight any of the other champions. You kept on fighting people that we was like, oh my God, is you for real? Amir Khan, come on, man. Is you kidding me? The fuck is you fighting Amir Khan for? You just wanted another highlight reel.
And let me say this right, Larry Lopez, you saying that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence got similar resumes? No, the fuck they don't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make this comparison. I'm gonna say this right. Beating Larry Holmes, right? Beating Larry Holmes in 1998 ain't the same as beating Larry Holmes in 1984. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the fucking same. Just straight like that, to make it very simple for you. Beating Larry Holmes in 1984 ain't the same as going to beat him in 1998. So we can say that when we talking about, you know, Sean Porter and guys like Kell Brook. It ain't the fucking same. It matters when you fought them and when you beat them. Let me see. My man Zenith 360 in the building. He says the WBA ordered the winner of Spence versus Thurman fight the winner of Stanionis versus Ortiz within 180 after that. By that time, the WBO will be up, which is boots. No more opportunities for Undisputed until 2024, which was Bud's intent. Exactly. But see, the thing is, if Spence go beat Thurman, and then he goes straight to the table with Terence Crawford, if Terence Crawford wants to fight, you know, hey, Undisputed trumps all of that. They all got to step aside and let them fight for Undisputed. But see, Bud, he don't want that. He want a way out. He wants a way out, and that's just what it is. And salute to Zenith once again coming through in that cash app. I mean, in that super chat. But so you know, it matters when you beat the opponent. Just because you got a name on your resume, don't mean you should get in the Hall of Fame because you got that name on your resume because they was once good. At what point in their career did you beat that opponent? That matters. So once again, I'm gonna ask my man Upper Echelon the same question, right?
But I still don't think he make the Hall of Fame now, if we're gonna be honest. Because we just see what a perfect record looked like when they fight the 50-50 fight. We just see Zerto Ramirez. Like every fight that Terence Crawford be in, everybody be talking about, oh, he's downloading the data and all that. No, he's getting his ass whooped. He be in that stance, they be whooping his ass, but Terence Crawford has always been much bigger than his opponents. He was a natural welterweight, shrunk down to 135 pounds. Bo back and them already said it. The man is 5'8" with damn 74-inch reach. He's a natural welterweight. And he's overpowered. Like Hank Lundy was giving that nigga the business. Hank Lundy was switching styles. He was tearing Crawford ass up. But then Crawford put their weight on him. Like Tyson Fury. And Crawford uses his weight a lot. But they talk about Earl's a weight bully. No, Crawford was the weight bully. He was bullying people with the weights. And when he fought against a pound-for-pound fighter like Gamboa, we see what happened. But that was Gamboa with a year off and still fighting a division that's two divisions up from where he was comfortable at. He was a champion at 126. But Crawford, I don't see no signature win. I don't see no win that impressed me, really. Like, he got a facade. And that's why he's upset now.
You don't see a win that you're going to remember 30, 20 years from now.
Nah, I don't. And see, that's why he's so mad, because he says that everybody give Earl all the praise and undulations, but Crawford, you not fighting nobody that's going to push you. Iron sharp as iron, buddy, and you dull as a motherfucker because you haven't had nobody that pushed you to the brink. Everybody you fought were either cans, never will be's, or has-beens. You ain't got nobody in their prime. The closest thing he got was Mean Machine. And Mean Machine was game for a few rounds, but then, Crawford's pedigree took over. Now, I think we about to finally see a real fight when this man tuck tail and run, just like he did with the Pacquiao situation. And then Pacquiao ended up popping Keith Thurman ass. But, it's a reason behind that. Crawford ain't stupid. He is getting off on his undefeated resume, his undefeated record, and it's all just smoke and mirrors. And like I said, Crawford will be Earl Spence's easiest fight for a belt. And I'm willing to bet on that and stand on that. If he ever fights Crawford, he would do him easier than Kell Brook, Sean Porter, or Ugas. That's why Crawford never tried to rematch Ugas, because Ugas popped his ass twice. Garcia popped him once, and Ray Robinson, who Ugas beat, popped Crawford. So when he's fighting against a skilled opponent, Crawford ain't that skilled. He has to use his size. Go back and look at his old stuff. I don't think he makes it now.
Larry Lopez, man. I don't know if you hard of comprehending or what, or if you just started watching boxing today, or you just don't, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know the history. You said, so Kell Brook counts for Spence. Motherfucking yeah, Kell Brook count for Spence. Did you know when Terence Crawford decided to fight Kell Brook had 2 eye sockets broken, had to come down to a weight division that he hadn't fought in 3 years, and on top of that, only had 5 weeks of training, and his own trainer said he wasn't going to train him because he didn't have enough time and he knew he was going to lose? The fuck? You really asked that? Some of these dudes act like they just started watching, and following the sport yesterday.
Kell Brook was undefeated at welterweight when Earl fought him, and he was a champion, and he was in his own backyard, and he was beating on Earl. Earl had to rise to the challenge. He had to come to the top and bring out the fortitude. And Kell said that man just kept getting stronger. And Kell Brook was arguably beat the shit out of Triple G. Triple G just got that shot in, so Kell Brook is a hell of a fighter. But after Earl, Kell Brook went up to 154. He had to crunch down to fight Bud. And plus, his career had been done after that, bro. He was washed.
Let me read this. Zenith says they have to fight the WBA regular within 180 days. They already exhausted their exception with the WBA. He will be stripped. So I understand what you're saying, Zenith. But see, the thing is that money talking bullshit walk. If they see that Undisputed is going to be made with Terence Crawford, right? Saying that they see that, okay, they seriously gonna make it this time, which I feel you, because they ain't gonna make it because motherfucking Terence Crawford don't want to fight. But I'm saying in the case that they see that and they see that the whole world wants that fight, the WBC is not gonna stop that fight from happening. They're not gonna stop Undisputed from happening if they see that the whole world wants that fight, because money talk and bullshit walk. They know how much money they're gonna get from that Undisputed fight happening, so they'll let it take place. But if it's lingering on and they don't know if it's gonna happen, that's when they gonna, say, you know what, fuck that. Y'all got to make a move, and we gonna go ahead and strip you.
That's why Thurman fighting first, because Thurman's the big money fight, and each sanctioned body get 3%. So they know Thurman is the biggest fight on the table for Earl right now. That's why they let WBC jump ahead of everybody.
Right. And Zenith back in the super chat, he says WBA said the order supersedes all previous ruling. It's cool. I mean, they can say what they want to. These sanctioned bodies say all type of shit. But like I said, money talking, bullshit walk. They're not finna stop Undisputed from happening if they know that this is the fight that the world want to see. They're not finna get in the they're not gonna get in the way of that. They not finna be the ones that everybody look at from stopping Undisputed from happening. They not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Money talking, bullshit walk. But the thing is, they're gonna have to know that both fighters are on board, that it's a go. That's the only thing. And I mean, shit. Zenith, what he's saying is gonna happen, probably gonna happen, because that's what Terence Crawford wants to happen. That's what he wants. See, Terence Crawford, he's so much of a bitch made ass dude that he'll let that happen and then really try to fight Errol Spence, because then he'll be like, shit, hey, it ain't for Undisputed. He that type of dude. He'll rather get stripped of his title and then fight Errol Spence just so it ain't for Undisputed. That's what type of dude he is. Dead serious.
Yeah, I figured he would, but he been facing a whole lot of backlash right now. A whole lot. And hopefully he's still a man a little bit, because after this fight don't do nothing, maybe he'll make that fight. Because Max Kellerman and them putting pressure on him.
He's the type of guy, right? I'm telling y'all what type of dude he is, and mark my word. He the type of dude that had his fight on BLK Prime, right? The fighter do motherfucking 6,000 pay-per-view buys, and he'll come to the table and ask for $25 million up front. That type of dude he is.
If I was Earl, bro, I'd just go ahead and get that motherfucker his $25 million, and that's it. Here, take it. Take the $25 million. Boom.
Well, that ain't up to Earl. You dig what I'm saying? That
I'm
ain't
talking about,
really,
I give it to him out my own pocket. And
I wouldn't get that nigga shit out of my own pocket.
No, I'm talking about, I would talk to Al. Let's go ahead and get this man $25 million, and that's it. And
that's
then
not
when
up
he
to
see
Errol Spence. Al Heyman is not gonna give him no motherfucking hand-me-down. Like Al Heyman is not just gonna give him no treat. Here you go. That ain't how business work. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I
Nobody's
understand
never
that.
done that ever.
I mean, I understand that, but if he gets that $25 million up front, he's gonna be mad as hell when he see the damn back end on everything that he missed out on. Because we know that the fight's gonna do more than $25 million.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, but they not.
That's what I'm saying. I will go ahead and get this motherfucker his $25 million, and that's it. Flat fee that nigga out. Flat fee that nigga for $25 million, and with this $25 million, you gonna have to help promote this fight. That's gonna be part of his guarantee. And yeah, you can have the $25 million, and then when everything's added up, that's his fans gonna be like, oh, they shitted Bud. All they gave Bud was $25 million, and they done brought in $100 million on this fight. Yeah. Just because you wanted to be the boss and you wanted your $25 million, because the fight gonna do numbers, period.
I feel you, but that just ain't how they do business. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't change the way I do business for this.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of companies do it like that, though.
Do it.
A lot of people do it that way, though. Let a motherfucker flat feed himself out, because they do it in the music industry. Don King used to do it too. Give a nigga a flat fee up front and keep all that back end on them.
My man Zenith back in the super chat. He says if Ortiz wins, Spence versus Ortiz bigger than the blood fight. Oh yeah, see that and I agree with you, Zenith. And a lot of people think that you crazy for saying that shit.
Nah,
or
that's
think
real.
you crazy, right? Ortiz and Spence. If Ortiz get a big ass win, right?
That's 100,000 in Texas.
That is a huge fight because first of all, everybody in Texas want to see it.
100,000
is Mexican, and you got a Mexican. I mean, if you got a Mexican fighter that's a threat to beat another superstar black fighter, it's just gonna be bigger. That's just what it is.
I would love to see that in Dallas. Spence versus Ortiz in the Dallas Stadium. That'd be 100,000 tickets sold right there.
Because, and you know why? Because people, I've been saying this. Spence and Terence Crawford, they share the same fan base.
Yeah. Just like Spence and Canelo is
another Mexican superstar, that's a whole nother fan base. That's millions and millions of fans that's gonna be tuned in and interested in it, rooting for their guy.
Just like Spence and Canelo is the biggest fight in boxing.
Oh yeah, by far.
And you know Pacquiao talking about he want the winner of Spence and Crawford. So if Spence and Crawford do get in the fight, I would take that Pacquiao fight as Spence just to lead get that bag one time.
Pacquiao, to me, he don't hold no weight no more. You know what I'm
but
saying? He been going too long.
That fight. His
like Pacquiao, Pacquiao not gonna hold no weight no more because he's been gone too long, and people not gonna look at that fight as serious. Of somebody, see, people gotta see. It has to be a fight to where people looking at it as a threat.
His fans,
Pacquiao, he don't got that. He don't have that factor no more. Nobody gonna look at that shit and take that shit serious.
His fans will still buy that shit. He has diehard fans.
Yeah, but it's gonna take more than that to make a big, huge fight like that.
It'll be over 500,000 pay-per-views though.
I don't know. I doubt that. I doubt that.
You don't think it'll sell?
His fan base, they gonna get it for free in the Philippines.
You don't think that Pacquiao will sell?
Hell no, not now. Now, if they had made that Errol Spence and Pacquiao fight when it was supposed to go down, that fight would have did. It would have did at least 700,000 pay-per-view buys.
Well, if he do good on this exhibition right here, because they say he rejuvenated. They said at first, this is the story they're spinning now. They say he was concentrating on running for president and didn't have time to train as much. Plus, they was training for a left-handed fighter, not an orthodox, and that was what was wrong. They said him and Spence would be completely different. They said Pacquiao said he still feel like he can beat Spence.
Pacquiao, ain't nobody believing that no 43, 44-year-old Pacquiao finna beat Errol Spence, bro. It just ain't.
The only way you can do that is you don't test Pacquiao, then let him get in the ring.
Ain't nobody believing that shit. But man, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Jay Chestnut, what's happening with it? I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Y'all smash the like button. If you in the building and you haven't hit the like button, smash on the like button. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. And I appreciate everybody that came through in the chat, commented, everybody that dropped a super chat to support the channel. I appreciate y'all. Upper echelon, man. Let me get your last word before you get up out of here.
Man, like I tell y'all before, man, if people dropping content, man, the least you can do is hit the like button. If you're not, you're just a hater. Why would you be someplace where you're hating? I mean, everybody else stay straight, stay blessed, keep yourself good for this holiday season, and remember who you is and stay woke, people. I'm out.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, Upper Echelon. Looking forward to that content that you dropping. Gonna be dropping soon too.
Yeah, I'm getting it together. I got a couple of them done already. I'm getting the rest of them together. I'm trying to put quality information out there. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, man. We always need that quality. But Rick Thames, salute, peace, PLG Ski. What's happening with it? But yeah, man, like I said, we will be back. We will be back cooking. Got a whole lot more to cook on tomorrow. Shit, I'm gonna be cooking tomorrow because we got some shit to cook on tomorrow. I want to touch on too. But Aisha, peace out, Queen. And we will be back. Hit the like button. Y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. John Kramer, I see you. Zenith, I see you. We out.